And we like to be live.
Sweet.
Wait. Adding some shit. Did Crispy upload marathon footage?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's going to be a conversation.
What does that mean?
That's what we do here. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah. They're all conversations, Chris Davis.
Yeah.
Wait, have you been playing it?
No.
Oh, well, so it's just Crispy's take.
Yeah.
He's paranoid it's not going to be a conversation. He's worried he's going to be talking at the wall.
Well, I know that it's going to come down to half of it's going to be a conversation about him talking about the game. The other half is going to be talking about Fantasy Critic with it.
Nobody has it in Fantasy Critic.
Wait, really?
I
Right?
thought somebody had it.
No, I don't think so.
I think Crispy had it. I'll check right now.
No, he didn't. That was last year he picked it up. He's playing smart this year. No one's got Marathon. If anybody has it,
Right.
it's Carlos, but I don't think anybody has it. We're all playing to win this year, man. Well,
Except for you, apparently.
look, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's not on my roster anymore. I'm not worried about it.
Well, no, I'm just alluding to the fact that you're you're trying to challenge yourself in some weird way, which
No.
when it ends up fucking you, you're gonna be like, well, I wasn't really trying.
Point to any other oddballs on my list. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, what was the thing that you the kind of the rule you set you challenged?
Swing
yourself with?
away. Yeah, I mean, I'm making both. Look, the God of War thing, before that thing existed, was a pretty ambitious pick. You know, I trusted the Jeff Grubb source that got me Astrobot for $1. Okay, things just didn't work out. And yeah, Mario's not announced, but I mean, if any game is worth the fucking payoff, the risk and payoff, it's a Mario game. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm doing okay. I think I'll be fine. I will say though, if I get last place, I don't have to play God of War. It's not on my roster anymore. It's gone, man. It's gone. What is all this shit? There's like a million trailers that I think are just made up.
I mean, possible.
Like, what is all this shit?
I'm starting trailer talk.
Wait, which one are we starting with?
It's time.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta watch
this.
this. Hold on.
You
I
should
gotta watch
it.
this.
This is hype. This is one that no one picked up, and it's too late. No one bid on it.
I know. I don't.
Which I guess there's risk associated with
Pause
this
the
one.
video.
Expecting me?
Pause the video. Hold on. I'm trying to make the post that I have the screen super minimized. So hold on a second.
Is Crispy there? What's up, Crispy? Your mic ain't working. I'm adding some stuff. You might have to refresh at some point.
It'll refresh every time I switch trailers.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. I'm done. You can proceed.
Well, you Greymanes are a hard lot to kill, clawing your way back from death's door over and over. How'd you do it?
I think
Let's find out.
I don't know, man. I'm leaning banger. I mean,
I think we're all leaning banger a little bit, but it still seems
risky for FC, I guess, sure. But I mean, no one's got it. No one's gonna get it.
It's gonna be janky as hell, right? Even if it's amazing, it's gonna be janky as hell. Fucking
I could
Breath of the
potentially
Wild was janky.
Yeah, but Breath of the Wild wasn't. Wait, was it?
It wasn't really janky. No, it was just only ran at 30.
Why are we worried about this being janky? I'm worried about this being make believe.
I mean, but what does that even? But when you think about that, what does it even mean? What the fuck? He's flying with a jetpack. What the fuck?
Okay,
I jokingly
this game is
said
ripping
last
off
week
Tears
it
of
was
the
a
Kingdom.
jetpack.
Tears of the Kingdom did not come out that long ago. So how quickly did they throw these Sky Islands together?
Came out 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 years. I mean,
they could have delayed the game just so they could
Less
add
than
Sky
3 years.
Islands.
no, like you can't. They've been showing the Sky Island stuff for like over a year. Yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Can you play as a lady character?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
there's
so, yeah.
multiple actually story characters you can play as.
Okay.
I hope it's a fucking banger. It looks like a fucking banger.
Or are we getting Biomutant? No, it looks too.
That's a
good.
good question. That is actually a legitimate comparison.
It is, yeah.
I mean, Biomutant didn't look that crazy. I mean, it looked neat, but I got a lot of nostalgia for Marvel beat 'em ups and fucking shitty side-scrolling platformers and stuff.
I mean, it certainly scratches a nostalgic itch for sure.
Crispy's new microphone's out for delivery? Is that what's going on?
Wait, did he get a new microphone?
I don't know. I'm just making a joke about his lack of. This one looks like butt. His lack of speaking.
I mean, I'm sure he's just not.
I was always impressed by side-scrolling Spider-Man games for some reason. Like, oh, I can fucking web sling and crawl on the wall. This game is ass. This guy has sick
was
soundtrack,
Overdrive.
if I remember correctly. The Colossus yells, iconic.
Yeah, I mean, they had to have it in the trailer.
No.
He was all I wanted to play in the X-Men arcade beat 'em up.
Pretty much everyone just wanted to play him.
I'm sorry, I wanted to what him?
play him.
Oh, I thought I could have sworn you just said lay him,
Well, that too.
which that too.
I mean,
Remember this silly game? When's this coming out?
I don't remember this game actually.
Really?
Yeah, what is this?
I think this has real potential. It's like House Flipper, but
What the
wow,
fuck?
Okay, I wasn't expecting a live action performer. This is
Yeah,
the one
I
where like
wasn't
the
either.
dude busts out. It's like a music. It's like the House Flipper musical.
What the?
Oh, we're just
fuck
watching
is
a music video. Sick. No, this ain't like licensed music. This no. Wait, what are you doing?
I thought you said
this was a
skip.
vibe. No, it's made for the game. The game
Sorry.
is all about the music. They're gonna show some gameplay, I bet.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, just relax, relax. The game is a musical. It's House Flipper the musical.
House Flipper the musical.
Crispy loves it. Can you give us a little more audio? Like I'm serious. Like the music is hype.
We're not gonna get taken down for this.
No, this isn't real. This is like an original song for this silly game. About this song is in the game. This will come out of a character's mouth in the game. The characters in the game will just bust out into song like a musical. We've seen the trailer for this. Like a year ago. You know what? I'm gonna find a real trailer for this and we can watch it later.
Yeah, please.
It was on an Xbox event. It's bizarre the way they do it.
Ashif,
this
are you
actually
serious? Is this really someone you recognize? UK reggae, baby.
Hell yeah, dude. My favorite genre. Crispy, just turn on your camera so we know you're alive.
I'm here.
Oh, thank God.
What?
Wait, she's
Happened.
dating someone from Slipknot? Who? I feel
Nick's
like I
jealous.
should know this.
Nick's jealous.
Well, I
She
mean,
stole
I know
his man.
No, I know most of them, and I'm familiar enough with most of their significant others. I just don't recognize this person. Is it Tortilla Man? Is she dating Tortilla Man?
That's racist, dude. What the fuck?
No, that's serious.
Why's it got to be tortilla, man?
Because there's a long story to that, but people do call him Tortilla Man.
There's some gameplay. Shoot books at the monster. Like, let me be clear. This ain't like a Bioshock. This is a house flipper like.
Wait, she's... Oh, God. She's dating... Oh, God. Is it... She's dating Jim Root? Is that really Jim Root's girlfriend? I'm just... That's weird. That's so random.
Wait, why is that random?
I don't know. It's just random.
He's saying he's too good for her?
No.
For this video game singer? I'm surprised y'all don't remember. There are no ghosts at the ground.
Okay.
Oh God, it
Was there a release
awful.
date at the end of that?
I forgot about this. I love this game so goddamn much, though.
It's great. It is. But it's also an expansion, so it's not valid for a fantasy critic.
I know. Well, I know. I'm just more thinking about, like, I haven't played any of this, any Dave the Diver
Ain't all
since I
about
beat the base
fantasy
game.
critic, bro.
Shut up, Brad.
I never thought I'd ever hear you say those words. Ever.
I showed so many bangers in trailer talk last year that we just ignored. What is this? This is yet another car game with a dope art style. So people continue to talk shit about Slay the Spire. It's like, we get it. There's good artists out there in the indie world. Now hire some good designers, please. Please. Yo, I love this art though.
It is sick.
Dude. Like,
Was that a
that's
pun?
beautiful and all, but like, ain't nobody playing a car game that goes this slow. There's, you gotta speed up the animations.
Your eyes will adjust. Just speed everything up like 2 times speed.
Yeah.
Oh, the new base.
this does-
Okay.
This does look sick. Who is what's this called?
What?
Oh, I'm just intrigued. I haven't watched any of these trailers, so I mean, I glance at them.
Stack order. I feel like the name's a little uninspired for the art style.
Yeah,
But hey.
honestly. Yeah. It's pretty hype. What's up, Ashif? What's up, Skate? This game was cool.
Oh, yeah. This does look cool.
I was like, wait, Teardown's been out for a while. Okay.
Yeah. And now you get to play with the homies. Crash everyone's computers.
This game is probably more demanding than Crimson Desert.
Well, yeah.
If Crimson Desert is in fact real and legitimate.
Yeah, I mean, it's real. It's just from a Korean MMO developer. This is a Lies of P situation. This is gonna like kind of they have to
Lies of-
prove their worth as a single player game dev.
You are right. You are right.
Did I try co-op on Slay the Spire? No, people keep asking me that question, but I'll try it at some point. Like, it's an interesting novelty, but it's not really. I mean, I'm not really here to play multiplayer games. I don't play anything really multiplayer. Did a handful of multiplayer hunts in Monster Hunter, and I played that for like almost 300 hours 400 hours at this point.
So just FYI, I will be talking about this game on the podcast next week.
Huh.
Got my copy in today.
Coincidence?
Okay.
I cannot believe this is another Team Ninja project. Like, what
Team
the
Ninja's
fuck?
been like associated with this franchise. I mean, it's all Koei. Tecmo Koei has been working on this. I mean, it's their franchise, but Team Ninja's been like somewhat involved since I think the 4th game. Honestly, to like hearing like
I haven't
at least
played
as a
any.
support dev.
I don't think I've played any Fatal Frame from start to finish since 3. I think I played a little bit of the one on the Wii.
Well,
Were there multiple
Wii
on the
was
Wii? I don't
not
know.
released in the U.S., but it did get a U.S. release like in the past few years.
Was there one after that?
5 on the Switch. That one, or Wii U, and then the Switch. But that one was
I
kind
played.
of ass.
I
don't really
played
like
the
that
one on the Wii U, I think.
I didn't really like it.
I mean,
I like
Crimson
1, 2, and
Butterfly
3.
is the classic. I'm looking forward to playing it again. I'm also a little terrified, but we'll see what happens.
Come on, Mia. Let's go.
Hell
What's up,
yeah,
Niles?
Niles. There's a demo that carries over to the full release, which is, again, my favorite thing in video games
Should be the
are demos
standard.
that carry over.
I know this must be a shock.
Oh, here we go.
Having never met your real father, but he left you
Crank
to
up the
figure out
music.
his will.
Okay, this is the actual trailer
It's
for the
turned
game.
all the way
Yeah.
up.
Much like the caretaker. He's,
I can barely hear y'all right now.
eccentric. You'll see.
Oh, well.
How's this? Is this better?
How's this? See?
Doesn't help me.
The motherfucker's just singing.
Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command.
What's up, Movado? I guess our bot ain't working. Is that a bot?
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
Dude, you know what's funny? Malia was just like, yo, you gotta get me on that house flipper. There's something she's played before, but she just randomly was like, yo, can you put that on a Switch or something? I want to play some house flipper. And I'm like, I think it runs like dog shit on a Switch. Maybe just play my Steam Deck. Which, you know, I'm playing Slay the Spire on, but I don't like take it to
So
work.
is this the one? Is this going to be her jam?
This one? Oh, I don't know. She's been asking me about cozy games. I think she like follows some like cozy game like Instagrammer or something. And she's been asking me about like fucking cozy games. And I'm like,
You
There's
say
a
that
lot
with
of, like,
such disdain.
there's a lot of trash out there. Well, because, you know, I don't know, due to the popularity of a few of them, like Stardew Valley and whatnot, and like especially on mobile, they're just like everywhere, and there's a lot of like garbage, especially on mobile. And it's hard to find which ones are actually worth a shit. Well, the problem with Pocopia is no one has enough copies, and GameFly didn't send it to me.
And that seems like something Nolan should talk about.
Well, I mean,
I bet you Nolan's playing Pocopia
it's
right
like,
now.
It's a Pokemon game in paint job only, really. I mean, there's like anybody, if you enjoy like Animal Crossing or Minecraft or Viva Pinata, I mean, it's a game for everyone, I guess. I love that pixel art. Facial expressions and tiny pixel art, man. That's actually kind of impressive.
That's yeah.
Is there a demo for this? Yo, we got some
This air juggling
combo
really reminds me
mag?
of Dust.
Dust. That's a
Lazy
different
Town.
art style, bro.
Wait, you said the art style reminds you of Dust?
No, the juggling, the air juggling.
Oh, okay. I was like, you need to get your eyes checked. This looks rad.
It does.
Ooh,
I want-
comboing with your ghost.
I want to play.
Love it.
Damn. Why does it have the dumbest name ever?
I don't know, man. The key art's
Oh
pretty whack looking too.
Soul Quest? Oh god, that actually makes me not want to play it.
Oh, Fucking snob.
I know. I'm just saying, God, they gotta stop. Dude, April's gonna be crazy.
Does anyone have this in fantasy?
Yeah, I think it's Ed or Nolan, maybe?
Okay.
I played the demo for this.
How come you didn't talk about that on the podcast?
Well, mostly because I mean, I don't usually talk about demos, honestly, just because
Oh, high
Like,
profile demos we should talk about, I guess.
I know.
Is it any good?
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things. I played it for like 30 minutes, and it was still going, and I was like, I feel like the demo has sold me on it, so I just turned it off. I was like, I'll play
Have
it
y'all
when it
watched?
comes out.
Have y'all watched this 9-minute thing?
Yeah, it's all talking heads for most of it.
Well, no, it's not all talking heads.
I mean, they show
It's a talking
footage.
heads video. Yeah, a lot of footage. I mean, it's a crazy thing.
Yeah, but it's mostly footage from the exact same reveal trailer we saw.
Is that true?
Yeah, I've watched this.
I have too. I think it was. Wait, is this what I watched?
I don't know,
You
Brad.
could-
It's
skip
your
into it,
eyes.
son. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. We don't have to see the long intro, the self-filleting intro. You can give us a little more audio. I can't hear anything.
I mean, I turned it down so I could actually hear y'all. Yeah, and the voices wouldn't talk over y'all.
Standing on the shoulders of an aesthetic giant, so to speak, and
I think
for
we're still
many
in the
years now,
intro.
the developers and the players.
That placed this on the first game. To the other direction, it's a reverse journey
I was
compared to chassis.
just keep skipping
Going
until we
from
see
that
gameplay.
isolation
Yeah.
activity
Just-
But is the balance between Dylan has, so
Yeah.
you can get really
You might be
close
right about the
with
footage. There was like a
and then
preview
take
though.
step back,
So there was a
and
preview
see
embargo
the
that
control
lifted.
power
Like
from
people
a
talked about
distance.
this game
One part of the
in
experience that I'm
preview form.
very excited about is
I don't think
the
people
sense of
played it,
motion
but
that you have
they
through the world.
watched
We put
a
lot
bunch of it.
energy into it, and many of you have already.
I don't know.
seen
I think it's one of the more
way
like
that
fascinating
you can
upcoming
tap into
releases, I
these gravity
suppose.
anomalies within the world, and
Like
the whole
it's
world
kind
can
of unexpected and
rotate, basically.
It is
Different.
Really
It is
happening,
definitely an
like
unexpected
finding
direction for a
these
sequel to Control.
mind-bending
where have we seen this
journeys
footage?
through
Man, I
the
think this is
world
new stuff, Chris
where
Davis.
It's being
Some of it is, some of it's not.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not new.
I am
And it's
excited
like-
to see
so it's like
players
Devil May
experience
Cry now?
Dylan's story because there have
This,
been
I mean,
this
players
homie don't even
A
know.
little bit.
themselves in Jesse's story, and
I mean,
they
it's
loved
definitely more
Jesse's
Devil May
story,
Cry than the
and
first one.
Dylan was kind of
It's
like
more
a
than just
nut
running around
in
shooting
the
and
first game, so
occasionally
now
force
we are
pushing.
going deeper
Yeah.
and we're gonna
What is
figure
wrong
out
with
who the
shooting and
story is,
occasionally
where
force
he's been,
pushing?
how he's gotten to
And
the point where he is
floating?
now.
I don't know, because here's the
We
thing,
wanted to
man.
establish a new world, basically. It's a new IP, a new
I don't know how they
experience
made that
and so on.
boring, but they made that
And we have
boring.
this-
I
This is
love
this
that game.
fucking tired argument.
You
when
son
you
of a
have not
bitch.
even played Alan Wake
No,
2
the oldest house was
is
about-
You should
kind
play
of
Alan
like
Wake 2.
I'm not even like.
I'm not even talking about Remedy. I'm just talking about that game.
Oh well, look at the sequel. They listened, bro.
I'm
I'm glad you complained. 'cause
That's
they
what
listened.
that's what I'm fucking seeing.
But it's also an independent.
Maybe what I
They were
maybe
just
what I
like, let's
watched
just make
was a
something else.
lengthy like
To
preview.
me, these games go together like two siblings.
Maybe that's what I watched.
Each belong to the same family, but they have their own.
I think there was some new footage
and
in the
designs
preview
and own fates
B-roll
and
stuff that
connected.
went out.
Control is
Possibly.
a game that at the point of shooting
That's
this,
what I
it's
watched.
like 7
Yeah,
years
I wouldn't
old,
have
and
tolerated
I
all
feel
these
like
talking heads.
the way that the
All right, Chris
culture
Davis, you win.
internet
All
moves,
Skip
these
this shit.
you don't really
Europeans.
get that.
Is this? But that game still doesn't even have a release window. It's supposed to come out this year, but
So count me in.
Oh.
just want to watch the Korra trailer because
Oh.
Korra's the companion for me.
What?
Let's go.
Big lady.
You're a sweet girl. Don't worry.
What weapon does she use?
How big-
Why is this trailer
Please,
18
please be a
hours
gun
long?
lance. Please be a gun lance.
how
It's a
big are the,
fucking
like-
gun lance.
Oh, but
Nah, I
it's
don't
the
want it,
fucking Glavios.
Oh, she
one,
throws
man.
bombs. Fuck yeah,
It's the worst kind of gun lance.
dude. Gravius.
How big are the parties in this game? Or not party? Well, yeah, I guess, right?
Like three.
no, but I mean, like, how many characters can you like recruit.
Oh, there's quite a handful in this one.
Damn. Is it true what they're saying about Pocopia?
What are they saying about Pocopia?
Yeah, what are they saying?
That it's like Dragon Quest Builders?
Yeah, it made by the same developer. They made Dragon Quest Builders. Yeah. But I want to talk about it. But Nick said he only wants to hear Nolan talk about it. So
That's not what I said, you dumb.
Guess I'll shut up.
Oh shit!
I think we may have watched this last week.
I think we did. Yeah.
We did.
Signature dark fantasy style.
It's pretty hyped though. Yeah, I'm gonna
Signature dark fantasy style.
That's
kinda
the one
dry
where you
out there
play
for trailers.
the like weird little girl that's actually a Ditto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to get your head out of the sand, man. Pocopia is
Yeah, I know.
the new hot shit.
I know.
Tomodachi Life will be played in my household for sure.
Okay,
Henry
this
is like the biggest Tomodachi fan in the world. This is
I want to play this.
I know this looked immediately compelling. You get a lot of mileage out of
digging the
not
soundtrack.
looking. You get a lot of mileage out of not looking like shit like Slay the Spire or
Dude,
Monster Train.
You really do, but
This is like
are we talking
This
about
is-
Slay the Spire 2 tonight?
yeah.
Yes.
Do you think that's a better game than Monster Train 2?
Very different sort of game. I mean, they're
Is
the same genre, but they scratch very different itches. Slay the Spire is like a challenging game you play forever. Monster Train is just like a fun like game that you get really addicted to because there's endless amounts of content and
You're saying that you
like it's a
think
very
Slay the
different
Spire
sort of
2
vibe. I love them both, but
than Monster Train?
so I think Slay the Spire is a better
running into
roguelike.
mechanics. I feel like I keep running into mechanics in Slay the Spire that remind me of stuff that was going on in Monster Train 2, and I was like, kind of like the way
Oh,
they
we'll
did
talk about it.
this.
We'll talk about it. Like some of the events are getting pretty wild.
Hmm.
Like there's definitely some they tried to well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I got footage. We'll talk about it. I've been playing a lot, believe it or not.
Is this Celesta 2?
Yeah.
Believe it or not. That's
Celesta 2 indeed.
Look at them go!
I barely
What's
remember
all this
the
about?
one.
Campaign map?
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy.
They definitely are trying to like step up their game a little bit in a post Baldur's Gate 3 world, but and people who like
That's a fair
D&D like D&D, so
that is so
fucking true.
That is so true.
I mean, that's the thing that D&D people hate about D&D people. They're like, you only like D&D. It's
Yeah. But it's true.
It is true.
Well, I mean, obviously it's not true. I mean, there's people who
Because
sure there's people who
they
follow...
won't even play other RPGs is the thing, right?
We can't all be Austin Walker, I guess. Making our own fucking tabletop games and shit.
Yeah. Some people want you to be, though.
You know, I hope these guys do okay.
I do too.
You know, it's
I don't
hard
know
to
if I'm
make
gonna
this
play
game. It's hard to make this game in a world with Larian.
Dude, but come on. Fuck that. Like,
No, you're
people
you're right.
so-
I agree.
Early access?
Yeah.
Oh.
one new class, one new class.
No, early access is a good thing for a game like this.
I mean,
I mean,
it is,
that-
but I want to play 1.0.
Baldur's Gate 3.
You want to play this at all? Oh, you did. I mean,
I put like 200 hours into Baldur's Gate 3.
Don't say it, Brad.
so did everybody. So did everybody. But well, some of us. Most of us.
I knew it.
fucking knew he wasn't gonna be able to help himself.
But a small fraction of that people are gonna play Celeste. New outfits,
with upgradable ability.
They know their audience. This is
one of them gives her a fucking 4-wheeler. That's sick.
It's funny though. Like,
damn, all these outfits look sick. Yes, please.
It's DLC for the remaster of 1, 2, and 3.
I was just waiting.
Here we go. Game of the year. Title of the year, at least.
Beacorn.
It all starts
God, I forgot about that.
Oh, no.
My god. Ah,
Oh
no. Yeah. Get it?
Really?
Get the title? Get it? Become?
I don't get it. Can you explain it to me? You become what? Oh, you become a baby. Yeah.
Oh, so you're like a fish? Or?
Is this? Oh no!
It's pretty sick because, like, you know, a kid could just play this, right? They don't know what the fuck this is. It's like, oh, sick little tadpole game. Let's fucking go. They should friend swap this up and have,
I mean,
other players, and you're trying to like make twins or some shit. I don't know.
And then when you have to have the
Oh no!
You're in a sock? Yeah, that's a twist. So what's your if you're in a sock, then what's the destination?
Hell.
Yeah.
I don't like this music being applied to this game.
I love it.
What do you want?
Is-
He wants some like
is this
Barry
game-
White in the background, some
Oh,
diegetic Barry White.
Coming. It's coming 2026.
Oh, I think it's just coming out. What
What
is
the
this?
fuck?
I
Is this
didn't add this to
Hellraiser?
the-
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
add this. Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah, it is
Dead Diary
Hellraiser.
for
Oh, it is.
Oh, the fucking
Of course.
lament configuration.
You know, I feel like I would be way more into this if I had ever seen a Hellraiser film, but I've never seen one.
They're
I'd say
weird,
so.
man. They're fucking.
I'd be into this thing if I was familiar with it at all.
You're not familiar with Pinhead? That's all I know.
But the problem is this is like an old '80s franchise.
I mean,
and, like-
they made a sequel like 2 years ago, and apparently it was really good. Like maybe one of the better sequels they
Yeah,
made.
like
Well, I
it
mean,
was.
this is
They had the
this
lady
franchise
version
is
of the
not
demon.
Like,
Yeah.
this is not a franchise that's like, you know, to say it's like, oh, this is one of the better Hellraiser movies is not a hard thing to accomplish. I think people just like the Clive Barkeriness of
Well, yeah.
Hellraiser, and you know, the first. I mean, you know, it's
The first one is very.
the first one is neat,
Is
but
very
it's not.
light on that.
We had a lot of Hellraiser experts on the team.
It's pretty wild,
Read all
but
the-
it's very like.
all the movies,
Or
read all the
books?
I
books,
don't know.
you know, really dug deep
There are
into everything
what?
there was about this
Yeah,
franchise.
dude. I mean, look at it,
When you've
man.
got, like, this smorgasbord of,
This
like,
game
existing
is,
material
I believe, the main character is voiced by Zalavir
in some ways
Nelson,
it can be a bit limiting,
from
but
like
it can also be a distraction
the
from
voice of
the work great
of,
in the first place. Like Hellraiser 1 and Hellraiser 2 and Hellraiser
Jesus Christ.
those are the things that really resonated with people and that made them lifelong fans, and those were the really special things.
I mean, let's be real. This does look like maybe it's a little Nick coded. So like,
the CEO and director of games such as I Am Your Beast and El Paso Elsewhere. He's doing some yeah, he's the voice of the lead character in this game. He's got like he has like an amazing
Did he do
voice
the-
talent, and like
did he do
he's
the
just-
lead voice in El Paso Elsewhere too?
Yeah, and I Am Your Beast, which are both like
Oh,
yeah.
I played I Am Your Beast. He's that guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's also like the CEO and director of those games.
That whole game is just like listening to his voice on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
That
good.
game was sick. Did I ever talk about
He also
that?
did some writing on
Pinhead for a video game
Skin Deep
because I get to
Really?
stand in
And-
a sound booth,
and
a microphone
and of
without
course the
having to
director of
spend
Click
4
Click
hours
Golding.
setting up first.
Skin Deep was good. You guys should play that.
Click Golding.
Golding?
The game where you're clicking, or you're in the hotel room and the dude's making you click the clicker.
Whoa!
That's wild.
The way that we started
Yeah,
with the
dude.
design process, for
Sex
And
is
of
a
course-
big part of Hellraiser.
And of course, 2026's Space World Baby Trading Simulator, because they release 3 games a year.
What are we doing here?
When is this game coming out?
this-
I'm gonna
is
watch
this
the first
good?
2 Hellraiser movies and decide from there.
I think. I don't know, man. I think the.
And Hellraiser is not the easiest game to make.
Eh?
You might like it. You might like it.
It does
This looks like some prime
mean,
Nick stuff.
I might like it.
You might, but I also could see you being kind of meh on it.
I mean, I could see that as well. I feel like there's a better chance of that than anything, because I feel like if it was the other way around, I would have watched it by now. But I feel like I've talked myself out of watching it so many times.
I don't know.
But this game
man.
looks pretty
Maybe-
cool.
I mean, maybe that's me though. Like, I'm pretty meh on it. Like, I watched them and been like, okay, eh.
They're not amazing films.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not.
they are.
I place it firmly in Candyman territory.
No, Candyman is like a better film than Hellraiser.
And it has a specific purpose.
That's
It
fair.
is of that
I did
era.
I did watch the newer Candyman movie. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was okay. That was neat.
Yeah. What's up, Full Dark Gear and Shop Creeper and Lord Trapula and Bog Noise and Space
Candyman.
Cad?
I don't want to say
Candyman, what's his name?
There's something that Pinhead and his gash, his order want to
Oh, he just
achieve,
died recently.
and the
I feel like they're showing so much. We should probably stop and start the show.
Yeah, or just skip to the next trailer, but yes.
Yeah, let's get.
I think there's
One
only
more
one
trailer.
left. There's only one
Unless
left.
it's like 19 minutes.
Nia DaCosta directed
Tony
the
Todd.
remake.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, yeah,
crazy.
the Nia DaCosta movie was really good.
Tony Todd.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
Tony
He did
Todd.
that.
Guy who
Candyman,
played
what
the-
about him?
Rest in peace.
He also played Worf, Klingon brother Kern, in
Ah.
Star Trek Next Generations and Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and he was great in that role. And he also plays an old
Oh.
Jake Sisko in the episode of Deep Space Nine where Sisko becomes displaced in time, and that is like one of the best, probably one of the saddest episodes of Star Trek ever.
Is this trailer really framey, or is this the game's art style?
I think that's the art style.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh, Tony Todd was also the
15
voice
frames
of.
cycle.
Oh, it's
Venom?
got.
He
Yeah.
did a lot.
It's got that South
Oh,
of
yeah.
Midnight energy to it.
They're doing the Spider-Verse thing. They're under
Yeah.
cranking, over cranking.
They're doing the. I think you mean they're doing the Doll Man thing.
Yeah, my mistake. No, this
Oh
was
my god.
the Doll Man.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Death Stranding 2? Doll Man?
All right, we can stop.
Oh, yeah.
His was weird. Like
He's the only character in the game that's animated that
yes.
way.
yeah,
Benji
Dude,
and the Regal Weasel.
Doll
Hell
Man's
yeah.
so good. I fucking.
What?
I hate how hung up everyone gets on like names in Kojima games because it's like that motherfucker really will have me like in an emotional wreck over like some dude named Doll Man or like Tar Man something or Die Hard Man, like, you know, like fuck off.
Yep. Yep.
It's not just the names though. It's the backgrounds they give those characters.
Some of them are-
Elaborate.
The beauties from Metal Gear Solid 4. The
Okay,
amount
well,
of
I
bullshit they
knew
put them
you
through.
were gonna. I knew you were gonna bring that up because that's like the main example. Like that's the
Also
the
Quiet.
beauties and
Quiet. I could have
yeah.
gone to Quiet, but like
Yeah, but like that, I don't feel like that's really been much of like that. He hasn't done much of that kind of stuff in Death Stranding. If
Has
I,
he, though?
Maybe I don't think so. I mean, you're talking about like the weird, creepy,
Well,
like.
There was
like-
a little bit of that with Fragile in the first game, but not.
Was there?
Well, yeah. There's
Yeah,
like
what
the
they did,
wall.
to, what he had Fragile go through was horrific.
It's
The
not.
torture?
That's not. No.
I don't remember all the
The
specifics.
issue isn't that he gives characters like horrible backstories where like bad things have happened to him. The issue is that like the gaze of the lens is a little creepy sometimes. Like
Yeah.
Oh fuck
the
yeah, of
issue
course.
isn't that Fragile like was forced to suffer timefall by Higgs and like that's kind of a horrible thing to do to somebody. It's that like she's in her underwear and the camera's kind of like following her ass, you know?
Yeah.
That's the part that's a little like okay.
Well,
That makes it a little-
the other part of it to me is that
like,
she's.
I don't whatever. Like I don't know that.
What's crazy is I forgot that they even showed it happen. I thought it was all just something you read about. There was a cutscene where that happened.
Yeah, it's like one of the bigger
Nick,
cutscenes
yeah.
in the game. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't remember. It's been so
That
long.
happens after you get to.
Look up the birthday cutscene.
Well, not right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to test my mic.
Or when she's taking a shower, because there's multiple of those.
All right, I'm ready.
I mean, for me, it's not that. I mean, in addition to the sexual camera work, it's the fact that all this horrendous shit is mainly happening just to female characters, and I don't like that.
Well, nobody. I mean, you're right. Nobody likes
I mean,
that.
at best, it's a writing crutch of his.
Yeah. At worst, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Look, that's the problem. Is like you kind of just like start moralizing the thing, and that's like not worth it. Like it's a preference at a certain point, right? If you watch something and you're like, didn't really care for that, like okay, that's fair, but like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, be normal.
Be normal.
Tell
be
that to him.
Be cool. Everybody just be cool. All right, are we ready to start?
1 sec.
I am recording. Test.
We just got impressions tonight. It is pure impressions, and then 4-player minute, and we done.
Oh, well, this should be a quick one then.
No, I didn't say that. Definitely
Testing
didn't
1,
mean
2.
to imply that.
Test. Okay.
What's up, Skylar?
All right,
Y'all
I'm
can still
recording.
hear me okay? And my mic is...
Yeah.
It's fine.
Apparently my Discord was picking up the wrong mic last week.
Oh.
I don't think
Discord
it
was, not
was.
Audacity.
Discord? How is that possible if we hear you and you sound fine?
I mean, Chris Davis said last week that he could hear himself through my headphones, and it was because Discord was using the microphone attached to my headphones instead of my Yeti.
Okay, that makes sense.
I can hear my name in your fucking mouth, and I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
All right. Perfect place to start. I'm recording. Let me know when y'all are recording.
I am recording.
I've been recording.
You gonna show us your beautiful face tonight, Crispy?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
He's been saving his background.
Proof of life. I can't wait. He's probably looking for the perfect background right now.
Oh yeah.
I can hear him clicking through his huge folder worth of Nick edits.
What, me?
Yeah, you. Don't act. Don't. You're just
I
trying
never
to like.
edited a single fucking photo of you, Nick.
Well, I believe that. I believe that because you didn't lift a finger to do any of this. Ah, God, fuck.
I couldn't fit it all in, but it says 4-player Puffcast at the time.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's amazing. That is...
I hope your boss doesn't see this, Nick. That's you doing drugs. Oh no.
Especially in the state of Texas.
Oh no.
Oh,
you're getting the rope.
Oh man. All right, we ready?
Ready. Should I restart my recording?
If you want. All right. Roll call for the first segment starts now. Brad.
Hello.
Crispy.
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, everybody, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 867. It is March 12th, 2026. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined tonight by Brad Simons.
Hello.
Christopher Guthridge.
Oh, hello.
And Christopher Davis.
Hello, I'm also here. Good evening.
And we're here. We got an impressions heavy show tonight. We're all playing. I think we're all playing different shit, kind of. Well, I know Brad. So Brad and Crispy are going to talk about Slay the Spire 2 tonight. Which, let me tell you guys, before we even get into it, Brad outed himself earlier in Discord to me. The first victim, the first known victim of Slay the Spire 2 for Brad is Resident Evil Requiem. He hasn't touched that game since last week, since we talked about Resident Evil 9.
That's not uncommon though, right? Like new week,
I mean,
I'm start playing a new game, talk about it on the podcast. I mean, I'll probably play some this weekend.
I mean, that's fair. I hope you don't just walk away from it entirely. But he did show me how many
The
hours
only Resident
he's
Evil
played.
game that I didn't finish is Resident Evil 6.
I mean,
woof.
Ugh, yeah. But you know, we're gonna talk about it. Brad has. I don't mean to like out you here, Brad, but you did show me your like your clock, your game clock. He's played 48 hours of Slay the Spire 2.
I mean, there's some idle time in there, I'm sure. Like at least 30 minutes of idle time.
That would make sense. But yeah, we'll talk about Slay the Spire 2.
You played more Slay the Spire than you did work last week.
Good point. That's a good point.
No. Okay, first of all, Slay the Spire came out before the podcast last week. A little bit. And
a little bit.
Still, the math isn't mathing here.
So 8 hours, give or take.
I did leave the game. No, it came out. Yeah. I do leave the game on sometimes.
I mean, we all know this. Slay the Spire is one of Brad's drugs of choice. So we'll talk about that. I know Crispy's been playing it too. Crispy's also going to talk about Marathon.
Only like 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, that's more than enough to talk about it. Brad didn't have to go that hard before the podcast to talk
there
about
are
Slay the
some
Spire
here
2.
who would say that 45 minutes is more than enough for impressions, but hey.
Or 12 minutes. Some here would say 12 minutes.
An 11-minute impression of the game, 12 minutes.
That's 90% of the experience. So
hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it's the last minute that ruins it.
Oh God, you're right.
True.
So Crispy's also going to talk about Marathon tonight, which is exciting. Yeah, and you know, guys, I feel like y'all left me in the dust a little bit. None of y'all even touched Esoteric Ebb. I'm the only one. I'm the one going to bat for Esoteric Ebb.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm playing Slay the Spire 2. It's literally like a sequel to a game in my top 10 of all time.
Brad has no shame, but I do feel a little guilty. I will admit.
You should.
I'll probably play some tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, you should. It's pretty good. I'll talk about it a little bit later.
It is my Red Dead Redemption 3, Nick.
That's fair. That's fair. Before we get into that, just a quick reminder: we are working on our Game of the Year videos for 2025. I know it's March. Chris Davis has assured me that videos will be out next week.
I'm taking the entire next week off, so yeah, I could actually focus.
I've already seen mine. Mine's finished. I know he's making progress on others.
Why are you taking next week off? Like specific, you made it sound like you took next week off to work on our video.
You're walking into a trap here, Brad, because this motherfucker gets spring break every year.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to Cancun?
He works in education.
I work in education, baby.
So yeah. So look, I know it's you know later than usual for us, but keep your eyes peeled and keep your eyes peeled, especially for Brad's, which I hear is a big one.
An odyssey.
Maybe a new record. Maybe a new record for.
It is feature film length.
It is feature film length.
He's not lying, chat.
But in classic Brad fashion,
like a kid's movie.
In classic Brad fashion, it is different. And I'm just saying, like, you're not doing what we normally do necessarily. So there is a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, I usually do. I'm not Carlos.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. So, anyways,
This
keep
is
your eyes
different.
peeled for our
if people
videos.
like this format, I could keep it going. We've
only
experimented
time
with
will
different
tell.
formats. Like my top 10 of all time video is like talking to other people, which is bizarre. And I'm the only one who did it that way because no one else did theirs.
Well, we tried.
So
It
my
was an
top 10
experiment.
video of all time is very different than anything else.
Well, that was an experiment, and some of us liked it more than others. So that's all there is to that. Anyways,
I was the
guys,
guinea pig. And then
you
y'all
were the
went,
guinea pig.
nah.
That's fair. That's what we do here. We test things
like
out,
it. I
and
think
then
I
if
was
they don't
actually
work, we
pretty
drop
good.
them. So, anyways, guys, that's all I got for housekeeping. Anybody want to, before we get into all the impressions, because there are many, there's no news to really recap this week, so we're just going to talk about the video games. Before we do that, anybody want to get any movie shit off their chest?
Well, no.
Okay. I saw
I
the
chose-
Peaky Blinders film, which
Oh, how was it?
I know there's no Peaky Blinders fans here on this podcast, which sucks. It's tragic.
no.
He wears
I
that
could
hat.
be.
He wears
I
that
could
hat.
be.
That's what I know about Peaky
They all wear
Blinders.
the hats.
Oh,
Yes.
Look, I could be, but I can't. That's not a show I can watch while
Why?
other people are enjoying it.
I mean, it's over.
Yeah, I know. But you give it some time. I'll
It's
give
been
it a
over
few
for like
years.
3 years.
But the movie just came out, so now
The
there's
movie-
now there's more fervor back in
Is
the.
it true there's a Firefly show coming back?
They're
don't
teasing an
know.
announcement for something Firefly related. Like the cast is like making silly tease videos, like where they're like, it's time. Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But anyways, yeah, the Peaky Blinders movie, fucking great. Highly recommend it. But I'll leave it at that. I know nobody here has watched the show, so I'll leave it at that. Comes out
Did
on
any of
Netflix
you-
on the 20th, I think.
Did any of you bother to try to watch
Nirvana?
the band show the
It's
movie?
in
No,
theaters.
I have only been to the theaters once since the last
Damn it!
podcast.
It's in theaters.
Oh my god, your kids are theater aged, aren't they?
They went to see the movie with the beaver, and I was like,
I heard the Beaver movie's like crazy. Like,
I hear it's good.
I heard it's
What's the Beaver?
a friend of
movie?
mine was like in tears describing the Beaver movie to me.
It's like
Is the
it's called
is it
Hoppers or
called
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't go
It's
with
like-
them because I
it's
stayed
like
home
Bruce
to record
Willis
my tier
surrogates.
list, but they enjoyed it.
It's like Bruce Willis surrogates, but a beaver.
Huh?
All right.
A girl puts her. Oh, it's actually like Marathon. A girl puts her consciousness in a robot beaver body.
Is this a transition opportunity right here? I'm sensing.
Pretty hot, honestly.
I think it is. Crispy,
Sure. Why
the
not?
time has come.
Let's just get
The
it
time
out
has
of the
come.
way. Let's just get through this.
I don't know why you're so worried. We are all excited to hear you talk about
Because,
Marathon.
like,
This is like when
because-
Nick talks about Assassin's Creed and he's crashing out, and we're all just like,
I'm
"What is-
crashing
why
out.
is he so
I'm crashing
worked
out
up?"
because this is a haunted, lonely island that I'm going to just like die alone on, and no one will ever know. Like, this game is kind of fucking blowing my mind. Like, it's crazy. It's really good.
That's
It's
the
really
sauce, man.
fun. It's really fun. It's really addicting. I cannot get a single person in my normal day-to-day life who I know plays video games to like bite the bullet and trust me on this one. I can't do it. They're all just kind of like,
But so many
I
of
don't know,
this-
man. Crimson Desert's coming out next week, and like, it's just,
Dude, so many things are being Crimson
It's
Desert.
killing
It's a
me.
bad time to release a new game.
it's a bad time to be a new game.
Is it?
You know?
Actually, maybe it's a good time.
I mean,
There's-
like everybody, a lot of my friends are people who I didn't even know, rolled like that, are like talking about Slay the Spire, and fucking someone.
People
was
who would
messaging
normally be
me
playing Marathon.
Yeah,
about
Chris,
Slay the
Philosophy
Spire
2,
instead.
and like
There's a lot of
yeah,
us gays out there. You need to accept it.
dude. I mean, when I've had a few drinks, sure, but like. I can't deny that, like, I'm crazy excited about a new Bungie shooter. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a Bungie fanboy.
No
You guys
need
know
to
this about me.
apologize here.
You guys
No
know
need to
this about
apologize.
me, but do you remember when I was playing the closed beta like
I
6 months
do.
ago, like right before all the bad shit started happening?
I do,
Yeah.
yes.
And I was pretty soft on it. I remember feeling pretty kind of like, okay, yeah, okay, you know.
Not
on it.
entirely convinced.
I didn't see it yet. I didn't see the vision.
Couldn't see the Matrix code yet.
Couldn't see the Matrix code.
And now,
But
And
And now I see it. And now or now I'm beginning to see it. You know, I'm beginning to see the things that
he's beginning to
that-
believe.
that I wanted to believe could be possible, you know? And this is Bungie, you know, like they're going to give with one hand and take with another. It seems like these days they'll give you the most incredible experience and then 6 months later just disappoint you to no end. Like that is what
that is their life
being a-
cycle.
That's what being a Destiny player has taught me, right? Like the final shape, incredible. The next year after that is like, what are we doing here? You know, like
It's a wild ride. I mean,
it is a wild ride. It's kind of crazy. All this like marathon drama was kind of like cooking up around all of that, and then the big question was, is this is this going to be worth it? Like, is all of this uncertainty and content drought in Destiny going to be worth it? And like, I don't know. Some people probably have a different calculation on that, but for me, Marathon is pretty great, and I think it's worth it. And
what's the
I
player
see
base
a
like right
potential.
now?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, I'm just
Well,
curious because it's
I mean,
it's one of those
we
because of all
only-
the drama.
We only can really just look up Steam DB numbers, right?
yeah.
Have you had any?
Uh,
Have you personally had any trouble like getting into
No,
matches? and
there's
shit?
tens of thousands of people playing.
No,
the
no.
game
I
on
mean,
Steam.
yeah,
Okay.
like the lowest it dips is like in the 40,000, 40,000 range, maybe. Like
There are
it
57,000
definitely has-
people playing it on Steam right now.
You
and
can
it's not
kind of
it's not
see
a free to play game.
It's not. It's
I
a
know.
$40 game, and like, you can kind of see that it's got like this like dad player base because it's like everyone's playing at night, no one's playing at like 9 a.m. Right? Like, it's like everyone's going to work and then coming home and playing Marathon. Right? It's got that kind of like peak and valley, which I don't know, a lot of games do, but yeah.
I mean, I never would have
40
noticed that because that's the only
over
time
the
I would have
last
played the
week-
game.
Over the last week, you're gonna say 40 to 80 at its best, right?
Yeah.
40 to 80,000, usually more like a 60,000. Okay.
Okay.
Which is
Is that
fine.
healthy?
I mean,
For a new game,
Yeah, I think so.
it's
I mean,
not. It's not.
maybe not by Bungie standards.
Not by
Or is it by
Sony
Sony
standards.
standards?
It's in a completely different range band than like the games it's being compared to.
Yeah.
Like
Which are?
like Arc
fucking
Raiders was much
Concord
bigger.
and fucking. It's but like Concord launched with like 600 players, right?
Yeah, no,
and-
Concord
and
was a
fucking-
travesty. This
And
is not
High
like
Guard
that.
launched with like maybe a couple, like
No,
I don't
no,
know what the
High
peak
Guard
was
had
for, like,
decent launch numbers,
8 hours.
but it was
But
free
then
to play.
the next day it was gone. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, this
this
ain't
is
that.
kind of hanging out in the area that like Overwatch, Marvel Rivals on a mid. I mean, it's
Which
in
is
this,
actually,
like- yeah.
I mean,
Arc
when you
Raiders-
consider kind of the drama that it went through during the initial beta and everything, like to come out of the gate with numbers like that, to me that seems pretty strong. I'm not like an expert on the multiplayer game health and whatnot, but that seems like a strong
It's-
start.
What it is it's fine, right?
hmm
What it is it's fine. Now, the doom and gloom analysis is like, oh, but is Sony going to be okay with fine? I don't know. Like, I can't see.
The stakes feel really high now.
The stakes feel
So-
really high, but I can't see them just being like, oh, you guys had a month. You didn't get past 200,000 concurrent players. We're shutting you down. Like, that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the
they did come out
Concord
and say that
developers,
Steam is the leading
They said that
platform.
the main platform is Steam. We don't know we don't know what the numbers on PlayStation or Xbox are like, but
So here's a question because was Concord, was that like their first game, or were they
Yeah.
like an established studio? Because
yeah,
you also got to consider that like Bungie obviously is a very well known, very reputable studio. So like right out of the gate, I feel like they're going to get a lot more leeway than a new studio launching a new IP
knows?
and
Who knows? I don't
floundering.
know. And honestly, at a certain point, I feel like trying to psychoanalyze a
It's
fucking
pointless.
multinational corporation is pointless because they're just gonna do stuff, you know?
Firewalk was the Concord developer, and that was their first game.
Yeah, they're just gonna do things. So I don't know, but I can't.
But
The
you're
way
having
things are
fun.
right now, the way
Let's
things
talk
are
about
right
the
now, I
game,
can't say.
though.
Yeah. But that is the frustrating part of this, is that behind this conversation, behind the player count conversation, behind the 73 on Open Critic, behind the drama of like the industry, is this game that is really fucking sick. I like I played I played a good amount of like Arc Raiders. I played like 15, I don't know, 15 hours of
Yeah.
Arc Raiders, something like that. Like I kind of got what it was going on. That, if I could compare that to something, felt almost like playing Factions again, right? Like it
Mhm.
like the survival element of like picking up scraps and like crafting things and hiding from the big robots and like working together with other survivors. That shit was kind of cool, right? You had more of the like tense negotiation between you and other players. It was like, "Hey, we're friendly, please don't shoot," and then yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you say like, "Hey, we're friendly," and then that guy walks into a room and gets downed by a turret that neither of you knew was there, and then you're like, "Well, he's already down," and then you finish him and take his stuff, which I did do.
Yeah.
But that game wants you to feel, or that community wants you to feel bad about that, right?
Right.
Arc Raiders has developed a bit of a reputation for being like, oh yeah, that was me walking into a trap. Arc Raiders has developed a reputation for being very like toxic to people who aren't like supportive or like non-violent, right? Like
Right.
PvP is kind of seen as a little scummy by certain sections of the community. Marathon's completely different. Marathon, it is on site. Like it is like it is speed and violence. This game is about the PvP. I mean, we know there's a whole faction devoted to it. There's certain like quests and progressions that like you just have to kill a bunch of people to do that, right? That's kind
Right.
of the whole vibe of the game. That's the whole vibe of the fiction of the game, right? Like that's kind of the fantasy that they keep selling in all the trailers and everything, is that like this is just quick, you die, you load your consciousness into a new body, you go out there, and it's just a big fucking meat grinder, right? And
Yeah.
these maps, there are 3 maps in the game right now. The first one is like on the edge of the colony. The second one's like an agricultural base. And the third one is like a security base, right? So as you progress through the maps, they kind of get tighter and tighter, but more complex and more about driving you towards other players. So like it is a PvP game. Like if you're loading into a match of Marathon, you should expect to be fighting other players, even if you're loading in solos. But
I mean, of course, it's a PvP game. It's an extraction shooter.
yes, but
You're saying there's not a lot of like bots to fight?
there are a lot of bots to fight, and they are just as deadly as players in most cases. They just did a nerf to them today to like remove some of their health, because you can conceivably, I mean, you can fight these things as a squad, but like if you're playing solos, there are some like kind of boss characters that like you literally can't hold enough ammunition to.
But that's
to
the
fight.
whole extraction shooter thing, right? Like players have to come together to defeat like temporary alliances, because sometimes you need help because you have a lot of shit and you don't want the boss thing to kill you, right?
Well, I would say, as far as combat is concerned in Marathon, that seems to be deprioritized. Like what is happening in this game is you let one team with good gear slug it out against the bot, and then when they down it or are about to down it, you third party them and take their shit. That is what Marathon is about. That's how it goes. But this idea of like the community working together to like, you know, like kind of like, what is the reason why you wouldn't shoot somebody on site? Well, there's kind of something going on right now where it's like people are going like, hey, I'm working on the puzzle, please don't shoot me, like we need to finish these runs to unlock the next map, right? There's a big like community-wide ARG going on right now to unlock the end game map Cryo Archive. And this started with like terminals appearing in the map during runs, people would interact with them, and it has been this like really esoteric like loop of objectives across the entire game base, right? Like certain objectives are only on like objectives are only unlocked when like a certain number of people do this like specific kind of run in game, right? Or in fact, there's a step that just unlocked that like nobody's really sure what it was, but the current theory is that like the community hit 174 million UESC kills, and that would unlock a part. And the reason why they think that it might be something like that is because at some point in the puzzle they unlocked what they think are a list of stages, and there's 7 stages. We unlocked the first one, the second one, the third one, but then we skipped the fourth one and we unlocked the 5th one somehow, but nobody
And
knows how.
but nobody knows how they unlocked it, or I
Right.
guess
Nobody
how
nobody knows how like the
the
community unlocked
community
it.
as a
Right.
whole unlocked it.
But like they're doing things where like you have to go to this website, you have to like find these like arrows on terminals in the game. Those arrows will tell you a sequence you need to enter on this website. It'll give you a picture that's like a line graph or something. You need to take that, overlay it over like a JPEG of the map to show you routes that you need to run to like collect
the
items or
fuck?
hit like it's crazy. There's a step in this where like just to get into a website, to get a password to do another thing, you have to upload a picture called a DAC, like a data access card, which is something they were giving out on the Discord back during the closed beta. So they're just
Oh,
like,
that's kind of
hope
cool.
you guys still have that, on your computer somewhere. And you have to upload that image to this website before it'll like open up the thing for you to enter a password in. And there's a whole thing about figuring out what the password is. Right now, the community's at like halfway, I think, to figuring out this problem. It's been going for a few days now. As they
Mhm.
like unlock these different steps, we're getting these like trailers unlocked that are showing footage inside the marathon. And then are overlaid also with like some historic speech by a character from the old marathon games about the launch of the marathon. It's abstruse. There's a document that's like 87 pages right now that kind of outlines everything that has happened up to this point, and then like what steps the community is working on. If you go to the marathon Discord, there's a channel called Breach Protocol that has all this information in it if you're interested, or you can find a YouTube video. It's fucking abstruse. It is crazy. And
that is cool.
the
Like
thing
I'm
is
gonna
that,
be
like,
honest, like I'm giving serious consideration to like trying this.
But like this is the kind of stuff they did.
Destiny.
Yeah,
And
this is the kind of stuff they did in Destiny. Like they
Yeah.
did stuff like this in Destiny all the time. I don't remember the last time they did one that was quite this complicated in Destiny, but like there was things about like unlocking the Whisper of the Worm quest where like there were these series of puzzles that people had to complete, and they never even told us they were in the game. It's just somebody like did the first step one day and was like, "What the fuck is this?" And that quest led to what has become like one of the most popular, like powerful exotics in the game. There's shit like this going on all the time in Destiny. Well, not all the time, but like
I think
frequently throughout its history.
I think what's kind of just appealing to me right now is one, I've loved the idea of like communal goals and reaching and like being able to contribute to that, but at least from an outsider right now looking at this footage and hearing you talk about it, like it seems to me like there's a much smaller barrier to entry than something like Destiny, because it's very on the surface it looks more like you jump in, you go, you're playing, you're shooting, and you're having fun, but you're at the same time you're contributing to these goals.
Yes, I would say Destiny is just a completely different game. Destiny is an MMO, right? So there's like dozens and dozens of hours of story content you got to get through. You got to do different things, gear up, do stuff like that, right? This game is much shorter cycles. And the story is given to you essentially through contracts, right? Like you get all these contracts with these different corporations. They ask you to do things that kind of thematically align with like what they're all about. And then as you are completing the contracts, they are like sharing information with you and like talking about what they're learning about the colony. Because the whole idea is that you and every other player are like these mercenaries who just raid this like abandoned, deserted human colony from the first game, trying to figure out what the fuck happened, right? Like at first it kind of seems like the colony, they were having a hard time securing securing their food supply. Like they couldn't grow plants, so maybe they starved. And then you start going into the different maps and it's like, no, there's a giant fucking like spatial anomaly on this planet. And there's like maybe alien shit going on, which of course there is, because that's a big thing in Marathon, right? Is that, you know, it's got that like Halo thing where like under the surface there's ancient alien civilizations, and then
Fuck yeah, I love.
and then everything
ancient
goes
alien
crazy. Yeah,
civilizations.
and then everything goes crazy, and you're fighting like eldritch horrors and stuff. You know, like that. That's kind of what's sick about these bunch of games, right? That's what I've always loved about Halo. But yeah, so kind of getting back to what I was saying. So like in the game, you kind of have people who are like doing these runs to like solve puzzles, to like hit terminals and stuff in game, and like kind of making truces with people to be like, hey, no, we're all working on the same thing. Let's not kill each other, which is totally valid. You can totally do that, right? But it's the loot, you know? The loot is alluring. The loot is
The
the
loot is too
the
tempting.
goop, as they call it now, is
Guns are
the
colorful.
goop.
yeah, the goop. You know, you're all gooped out, right?
Wait, isn't that
How much of the visual style comes from like the original games?
I honestly don't know what that first
Oh.
game looks like. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like a very
Not
early '90s.
a
shooter.
lot. It looks like a '90s Doom. I mean,
But I
some
mean,
of the
like
design-
the
like
flat or like the primary
the
colors. I mean,
alien
like
and
do you
like
think
this whole like retro futurist, like everything looks like it's 3D printed assets kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's not really in the old games.
But I wonder if like, but didn't the guns in that game just kind of look like that because the game is just old? Like I feel like,
I mean, they look like the interesting design elements in the original game are like, I mean, the UASC or the Marathon ship itself is kind of a cool idea. Like it's a giant ship built into Deimos, the moon, like one of the moons of Mars, and then they like moved the moon, so it looks like it has this like giant ship running through the center of the moon. Like it's crazy.
They just look like
And the alien stuff looks cool. I mean, it has that like, and you know, this is before Halo, but it has that same kind of like grasp on like a compelling alien design, right? Like
Yeah.
like one of the main enemies, like the enemy that they're kind of teasing as being the boss of this new map, is called a compiler, or a Sphit is what their alien race is called. And it's like this weird like cybernetic like skull and fucking spine thing that has like this red billowy cape cloaked over it, and it like floats around and has this like green jewel that shoots lasers out of it. Like it's kind of fucking sick, you know?
I mean, Bungie has fantastic artists.
But like the
vision, I guess.
Easy.
The loop of this game, I guess what's like kind of neat about this from an extraction shooter point of view too, is that like this is a game where you're constantly getting really good loot, you're constantly losing it, and you're constantly feeling like you like the gear fear you have to get over, right? Like, and it's harder to not get over it in this game than maybe it is in Arc Raiders, where it's like you just don't have enough room for all the shit you have, you know? Okay, you're gonna take your blue guns into the next match and see what happens, right? Like you just got to, because you can't like get any more gear until you start freeing up some space, right? It really makes you prioritize.
Gear
and then,
fear
like,
is a good term, by the way.
Yeah, and then it's a term of art. It's what they use. And then the Rook experience is also like really sick. So like if you play this game, you can play this game solo, right? Like you can load into solo lobbies where it's just you and other runners. That's kind of cool. It's a little, I mean, it's a little whatever. Like I kind of like having a team, because at this point the community is not like what's the word? Not exclusive, but like the community is kind of concentrated enough that like you're not running into a whole bunch of shitheads, you know? You're
Yeah.
not running into like children or like people who are just like throwing racial slurs at you. You're running into people who want to be here, who want to play the game, and who like want to help each other, kind of like
You know, the way God
generally,
intended.
right? Like you're running into people who have mics and you're like talking to them. Like you do kind of have to get over that like I don't want to talk to strangers thing. I don't know. A lot of people don't talk, but I always do, and I found that when I do, usually there's at least one other normal person who's like, "Oh yeah, hey, let's do this and then let's do that." And then that little bit of communication makes the game so much easier, so much more engaging, and has led to like some of the craziest emergent moments in this game, like literally like oh god, I spawned into a game where like I had two other guys on my team who both immediately died and I couldn't go back for their bodies. I was like looking at their bodies. They were surrounded by enemies. I was like trying to fire. I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to sacrifice myself for you guys to try to get you guys." And he's like, "No, dude, just go. Like just go." And I was like, "I can't, man." And he's like, "Dude, it's cool. Just go." And I
Cue the
ran and
dramatic
he
music.
he stayed in the match and like watched me the whole rest of the time, was like talking to me, and I was just like shitting my pants. I was alone on the map trying to exfil. I was playing the game for like another 10, 12 minutes with this guy watching. And then like right at the end as I'm exfilling, I got downed and had to like crawl to the thing, trailing my own blood, and got to the thing like right as it shot off, and like I got out and I was like
That's
Exfil
it
means
was incredible.
exfiltrate.
It was incredible.
Nick.
I know what
It
exfil
was
means.
it
Thanks,
was
Brad.
incredible. It was so cool. And there's shit like that happening more than I would have expected as a solo player, right? But
Yeah.
if you really want like kind of a fucked up solo experience, you can play Rook, which the whole point of Rook is you are just scavenging for all the best gear you can find, right? The Rook shell doesn't really have crazy movement powers or anything. It only has two abilities. It can self-heal and it can hide from the enemy NPCs. Like it can mask itself, right? And it kind of looks like an enemy NPC. So what you can do is you can kind of like hide in groups of like the bots. And
Oh.
players will often mistake you for a bot. Or like if you're being attacked by players, you can run towards the bots, mask yourself, and now all of a sudden they're getting attacked by like a whole squad of these like really tough NPCs, and you can like make a clean getaway, right? But
That's
you
pretty
can't
badass.
you can't advance any contracts while you're Rook. So you're just in it for the loot. But the other cool thing about Rook is you're a solo player, but they drop you into triples lobbies. So they drop you into a game that is like 3-person teams, but they drop you into the game late. So theoretically, there should be like a bunch of dead people that like just have their loot laying around, and you can kind of just go in and like scoop up as much good loot as possible and then get the fuck out. Like
Can you
it's-
tell who the Rook
Like
is?
a
Like on
fucking
site?
Yeah.
weasel.
Oh yeah. And like when you get late into a match, like you'll have just gotten out of a firefight, and like you're getting all you're fucked up. You guys are trying to patch up. You're hiding. You're like maybe looting a bag that's nearby, and then like a fucking Rook shows up, and you're like, oh shit. His whole thing is though, he has to get the drop on you and take you guys all out, which is surprisingly easy in this game. It is surprisingly easy if you have the drop on somebody to just like kill a whole squad.
No
But
time to kill.
But you are a priority target for those runners too, because everybody knows Rooks are just gooped out. Like they're just running around picking up all the shit. So you kill that thing, that's a loot pinata. Like it's kind of sick. It's like having a loot goblin from Diablo, but it's another player who's just like running around trying not to die and trying to kill you and take your stuff. But if you kill him, he just explodes into like purples and blues and shit. Like
Oh, I love that. I fucking love that.
it's sick. And it's like it's a completely different experience. And that's the one too where like people are saying like, oh man, playing Rook is kind of like playing a survival horror game, because you load in with like hardly anything until you've upgraded your Rook, which you have to like max out all of your contract levels with like this for the season. So like later in the season, Rooks will get a little crazier, but like when you start off, you get nothing. They give you a little pistol and they throw you in the game. They don't even give you a backpack, you know? And they throw you in the game and they're like, good luck. So if you can like find a good gun or something and then find a team's loot, you can, maybe make it out okay. But you're like counting every bullet, you're counting every stim pack, like you're resource poor. It is kind of fucking stressful. It's crazy.
That's sick.
It's great. It's great. I don't know, man. Like if this kind of storytelling and this kind of like event driven gameplay, like this evolving narrative that they're trying to go for is something they can keep up, which I don't know, maybe.
I mean, they did
If they
Destiny
keep
for
that
10
up,
years.
I could see this game having its moment in a couple seasons where like they've really locked it down, some really cool shit's happen, and then like a couple streamers go back to it and they're like, oh,
But
what
I
the
mean,
fuck's going on
do
here?
you think that's what like the average player of this type of game is interested in or looking for? I
What?
mean, I know a Destiny player is, but I mean, even this is not doing like Destiny numbers. Like, what you would think that all the Destiny players would have come over, but it doesn't seem
I
to
mean,
A
be.
lot of them did. Dude, the Destiny numbers are bad right now. This has more players than
Sure,
Destiny.
sure.
Like
But I
a
mean,
lot of
like,
people left Destiny and are kind of coming back to check out Marathon. People who were big Destiny fans, but
Destiny
I don't
was
know.
free to play, right?
This is a
At some
very
point.
different. Yeah, it is now.
Yeah.
You still have to buy like all the seasons and all the expansions and shit.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
I kind of feel like there's not that many free to play players. I don't know. But that might not be true. But I do feel like this game is carving out a niche. I keep seeing people, I don't know. My Twitter's hard to trust. I don't know how the fucking algorithm
That is
works.
an understatement
the
of
problem
fucking
now,
year.
But like my feed is filled with people going like, I really was not expecting to like Destiny and I can't stop playing this game. Or
You mean
I
Marathon?
wasn't expecting to like Marathon and I can't stop playing this game. Like that kind of shit, I think for the people who this clicks with, it really clicks.
But can Sony? Do you think Sony could keep a game like this going? Because they spent so
I
much
think
money
this
on
game
Bungie.
will have a like dedicated player base if they keep the servers on. I think there will always be people playing this game.
I think it's got.
I don't know if it's
got.
got 500,000 people a day, but I think there's enough that like anyone who wants to play this game could get into it and have a really good time. I just think this is maybe gonna be.
I mean, if you remember
bit of
the
a
launch
niche
of
title.
when Destiny 1, I know it's not apples to apples here, but like when Destiny 1 launched, it was not smooth sailing.
It's
right
not.
out of
And
the gate.
and the problem with this game is like I gave you the whole pitch, right? And
Mhm.
for some of you that may sound like nope, not my thing, right? And for some of you that may sound like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," right? But I swear to God, like you have to play this game for like 9 hours. And then you'll kind of feel like, "Oh, there's something weird about this game." Like it unfolds in a really weird way. It's kind of difficult to be like, "Here, just try this for an hour
and make an assessment, like an
and make an
accurate
assessment," right?
That is what I've consistently
there's
heard.
a lot
Is
of
like
things.
you
There's
got
a
to
lot
play
of
at
things
least
where
8 hours.
people play like 7 hours and bounce, and people play 8 hours and are like, "I'm never gonna stop playing this game." Like it's weird, and I don't really get. I can't even explain that. It happened to me, and I can't explain it. But that just might be my shortcoming. I like once you start getting a vibe for like how the missions work and like how the whole rotation works and like just kind of going through the loop and meeting people and getting these really crazy emergent moments, like it doesn't hurt that the gameplay is fucking excellent. Like I mean, it is just as good as any Bungie game has ever been. Like I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like there are people like Destiny players I saw tweeting who were like, "This is the best game they've made since Halo Reach." Like it's kind of crazy. Like
I'm gonna try it.
I don't
But
know.
can I ask, like, does this game like require? So, like, when Bungie was making Destiny, that's like all they did for a very, very long time, right?
Mhm.
Does this feel like something that can exist on a smaller, like? I guess I'm
Well,
trying to understand like what the scale of this
what it
has to be
feels
going
like
forward.
what it feels like is Bungie diverted 80% of its workforce to this game.
But where do they go now? Do they all
They stay here.
They stay here. Okay.
They delayed the next Destiny expansion by like 6 months.
Yeah.
See, I kind of would have. I kind of
Like,
would like. To me, it
the
almost seems like
people
they would feed off of each
aren't
other.
playing Marathon, the people who aren't playing Marathon, who still play Destiny, fucking hate this game because of that. Because that, like, this isn't like the company now has 2 equally sized teams making these games. The company diverted most of its assets to.
Well, so that's where I start to worry about Sony, because I feel like Sony is, if they're gonna have Bungie, who they spend a lot of money on, working on one thing, I think they're gonna want it to be like more successful.
Well,
like,
they're
massively.
I'm not saying that is like their permanent. Again, this is we're
delving
howling
in-
at the moon here. Like this,
Yeah.
none of this means anything because we don't work at Sony. We're not business analysts. I don't know. I don't understand why corporations are even allowed to exist, let alone how they make the decisions
I'm
that they
with
make.
you.
But I
The industry
I
scares
think
me
that
right
there
now,
is
though.
definitely like all of American business scares me right now. There is, to me, it seems like there is a priority on this game for now. They haven't given up on Destiny. They're still trying to develop that, but there is a priority on making sure this game can like land on its feet and keep its balance, right?
Yeah.
Which I think it's doing. I don't think I don't believe a lot of the doom and gloom that like the outrage merchants are, whatever. Like people are getting really weird about this game. But
A lot of
weird
hyperbolic bullshit out there.
and I don't think it's doomed. I think it's going to stick around. Now, I don't know what Bungie's gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna go through another like reorganization and reprioritize Destiny again. People are like saying that they must be working on something else. There is this like overwhelming sentiment in the like Destiny community that even though they said they weren't working on Destiny 3, even though they canceled like 2 different Destiny projects, this has to have changed something. The last 6 months have to have changed something. And that they need to be at some level of pre-production on Destiny 3. We don't know that. We haven't heard anything like that. Nobody has any source or any concrete rumor to back that up, but that is the feeling that like every content creator in this community has. It seems like they are all just talking about, okay, what about Destiny 3?
Yeah.
I don't know. We still got
We'll
another
see.
expansion to get through, and then who the fuck knows?
For now, this sounds cool. It looks cool.
This
I'm
game's sick.
I'm gonna try this.
I fully support that. Like, this is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I can't imagine this not being my cup of tea. you know?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right. So, for the sake of not wanting to cut Brad and Crispy off talking about Slay the Spire 2, because we're coming up on the first break.
You
Instead,
second segmented
know,
a game
I'm-
with 500,000 concurrent players.
I'm gonna second segment
This
Slay the Spire
fucking
2.
asshole.
You fucked.
And I'm gonna squeeze in some early impressions of Esoteric Ebb here, because I'm the only person who's played it.
Graham will like a gentleman.
Yeah, I'm just gonna squeeze these in. I don't have a ton to say about this game, but it's one of these games that's getting lots of buzz at the moment.
Lots of buzz. Okay.
I mean, it's how would you describe it, Brad? In terms of like it kind of snuck up on people and it's reviewing very, very well. It's a weird time to release a game, like, because I feel like it's being kind of drowned out by a lot of what's going on. I think it's one of these games. It's like everyone's just kind of got their eye on Crimson Desert right now. Like nobody wants to.
Yeah. I mean, there's big indies out right now for
Yes.
sure. But
It's a
it is
weird time
different
for a
lane
game
than,
like this,
Slay
maybe.
the Spire or Mugenics or Marathon
Yeah.
or whatever, right? Like it's certainly its own thing, and it looks like it's doing pretty well for like a indie game, like mostly solo dev kind of thing.
For those of you who are kind of unaware of what it is, correct me if I'm wrong. This is from developers who worked on.
No.
No, there's no overlap there.
No.
There
This
was
is indie dev
some
who
of
is
those.
very fond of Disco Elysium.
Some of those
Okay.
people have like kind of publicly endorsed the game.
Yes. So there's a
Okay.
lot of
That did
projects
not work
worked
on
on
it.
by
That's actually really
Disco-
interesting. Then that there's no actual overlap, and this is just kind of an homage to Disco Elysium. Not exactly the same, but it boils. I mean, it controls very similarly, and it does the thing that if you've played Disco Elysium, if you remember kind of the way your character progresses and the way he interacts with the world and interacts with people, like he's constantly being like you're doing dice rolls on all the different aspects of your personality.
Nick, when your ass was watching Scream, we did like a demo night and we played some Esoteric Ebb.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
we know. Like
well,
it's
I'm
like
mostly talking to the people who are listening who weren't there.
a Disco
But
Elysium clone, if you will, but like with D&D as the setting, and honestly, it kind of works.
No, I think.
But I hear
absolutely
it
do
becomes
think
its own thing. Like to me, I was side-eyeing the game so hard because it's like it seemed like this is too much like Disco Elysium. When I was playing the demo, I was like, these are Disco Elysium ass sound effects happening.
Yeah. No, I had the same thought.
And like even the stats even kind of look all like demented and warped like in Disco Elysium, and I'm like, okay, you didn't have to go this far. This was a good idea. You went a little far. But what I heard from reviews is that like it actually like blossoms into like very much its own thing, and that's kind of what I couldn't see in the demo, but like I'm glad certainly it happens.
And that's kind of the root of why I don't have a ton to say about it at this point. I've played like 6 or 7 hours of it so far.
That's a lot.
But I still feel like I'm like, because when they let you out into the world. Okay, so the writing is really good. Okay, but I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around what exactly because kind of the setup of the game is you wake up in a crypt, you're decked out in like knight's armor, and it's not made entirely clear, but you seem to be either undead or like maybe you've been resurrected, and then you are sent out into the world to try and solve the mystery of who blew up this tea shop in the middle of town. And along the way, you're kind of like learning about the politics of the world and like meeting all the different people from all over the world, and kind of like it's doing a lot of world building really early on, but it doesn't point you in a specific direction. You just kind of go out and kind of discover, and it kind of unravels very naturally. And literally in the first room you wake up in, there's a stairwell going up and a stairwell going down, and I went up, and that led to a whole other thing. And then like 5 hours later, I talked to someone. They were like, "Oh, you need to go here." And I realized they're talking about going down the stairs in the room where I started, which I could have done from the very beginning, but I didn't. And I think, yeah, it is very. I mean, it is very much an adventure game. The weird thing about it is that it's all dialogue based, like entirely. And I honestly can't remember a lot of the specifics about like Disco Elysium's like combat per se. There was no combat. There was no combat.
It was all dialogue.
Yeah, it was all dialogue. I mean, you had encounters with dice rolls where you could like lose health, but like they were all story situations.
Yeah,
it's like a choose your own adventure style. Like,
yeah, choose your own adventure kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but you end up in actual like combat scenarios. But like the combat is like when you enter into combat, you are literally still in dialogue. You're making dialogue choices. And those dialogue choices, like, and then after you make your choice, you do the dice roll. It like explains, like not there's not a lot being like animated on the screen. You're getting like the character art and like the dialogue on the right, and it's like scrolling up as you do dice rolls and see if you succeed or fail, whatever. And then if you succeed, it's like, the enemy brings down his sword and whacks you on the head, and then like it's describing all this stuff.
It's like a mud. It's like,
yeah, it is a little bit like a mud. I've never played a mud, actual
theater
mud.
of the mind.
But yeah, but like kind of the thing that in Disco Elysium is obviously funny as well. Like it's cleverly written, and it leads to a lot of comedic situations that unfold in it. But from
Yeah, of
in
course.
Esoteric Ebb, comedy is kind of like the point. Like almost every
Which made me think that like so that's why I originally thought like this is just a parody game, right? Like if disc and I know that's not true, but like when I started playing the demo, I was like, is this just like a comedic parody of Disco Elysium? Like if Disco Elysium was like the biggest game in the world, this would be like an SNL sketch or something. Like, oh,
Maybe.
Disco Elysium, but D&D. The dice talk to you. Like, which is, I think, a legitimately good idea. And
yeah, no, it's
but
clever.
this isn't just parody, though, right? Like, this is a funny game,
No.
and funny. You're a cleric detective, and that's cool. But like,
You're a cleric?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a cleric. You
you're-
are
the whole
the
thing is a
cleric.
cleric.
You're the cleric. He likes to. Every time he meets somebody and they're like, "You're a cleric," and he's like, "I'm the cleric, sir." He says that too. He corrects anybody who calls him a cleric to say the cleric.
Can
and
you build the big communism machine?
I'm not
Well,
far
yeah,
enough, but like,
kind of.
there's
With the-
definitely like
do
one
the
of the
communism
major, one of the major umbrella like themes of the game so far. It's very, very political. Like you're meeting all
Yes.
these different people with political factions and
Hell
seeing them
It's
organize.
very
and,
Disco Elysium. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
but like, here's the thing. I didn't take this seriously because it was so slavishly like a clone of Disco Elysium.
It
And like,
is.
I know they do a lot of like fourth wall breaking stuff or whatever, or like meta narrative. But like, why are the stats talking? Like D&D, it's right there. Why is it not just like different players or something that are breaking the fourth wall? Because it's D&D. It's like, why did you literally have to do stats? Right? Like if the writing is good,
Yeah. You did it because Disco Elysium did it.
is
Yeah.
good.
But
And
the
it's-
whole point in Disco Elysium is that those were like aspects of his
psyche. Yeah.
psyche, his consciousness.
Like, why
And they
is dexterity warped like why does it look like that?
I don't know, but like,
It's cool though.
it
Like,
is
it should
cleric.
be
What-
good. This
what's up
shouldn't
with-
be good, but it's
Well, okay, hang on. Okay, he's a cleric. What's up with the gods? Like, who is the god? that he
you
clerics
choose.
for?
Crispy, you were there when we played this damn.
I
Disco.
wasn't
You
paying
were-
attention.
Oh, you were probably playing something, you motherfucker. You
Let's play
choose your
Marathon.
god at the beginning of this game.
yeah. But like to your point about like the different aspects of your personality be like animating
Like
and
a
like
build.
and like as an example, I'm talking like I get attacked by this like giant alligator man, right? And I'm talking to him, and then it's like like you can either like you can try to fight him like traditionally, or you could try to like talk him down. But when you try to talk him down, it does a dice roll to see if like you're successful at talking him down. And when it tells you that you failed the dice roll, which by the way, I have failed like 80% of the dice rolls that I've done in this game. Like I'm getting fucked left and right. Like when you fail, instead of just being like, oh, you failed, you don't succeed at talking him down, it changes the course of the conversation in such a way that you can't succeed. So like all of a sudden you're like trying to it ends up leading into a situation where I volunteer myself to be eaten by this alligator, but there's no other option. Like I'm literally at a point where like the only option I have is for him to say, oh man, well go ahead and eat me then. And I'm like, but it's because I failed the dice roll. Like it's kind of clever. It's and it's got so much personality. It is shamelessly, I don't want to say ripping off, but it is ripping off Disco Elysium.
But like Disco Elysium was a very like Planescape Torment inspired game, I think, in the first
Mhm.
place.
Which
And-
is D&D.
It's interesting, yeah. It's interesting that so it is kind of like circles back to that.
Yeah.
But like the stream died. But the crazy thing is like the big flaw of Planescape Torment was that it had like traditional or tried to have traditional like Infinity Engine style combat, and it was fucking terrible. And now that there's these games like Disco Elysium and the Esoteric Ebb where it's like you don't actually have to have real combat. You can just be the game. Like these games are kind of living up to that promise, and that's kind of cool that it's even back to D&D.
The only thing I will say is that I wish there was voice acting.
Yeah.
I know
Well, I
it's
mean,
probably unreasonable because there's just so fucking much of it. There's so much. I mean,
well, Disco
I mean,
Elysium
everything
had
is
some
dialogue.
voice acting when it launched, and then after it was very successful, they were like, "Ah, we could voice act the rest of it." This game is probably not going to like blow up like that, right? I think it's doing
Probably.
pretty okay for an indie game these days. God forbid, you know.
It's doing it's reviewing very well. It's just like it is so reading intensive, and not that that's bad. It's
Well,
just
yeah,
like
it's
I
like
just feel like
this is a
there's
visual novel of sorts.
you can
I mean,
squeeze
it's
more personality out of these characters if there was voice acting. I feel like
no, but see, if the writing is good,
the writing
you
is
don't
good.
need
Don't get me wrong, the
like
writing is good.
I actually found the voice acting in Disco Elysium after the like complete edition or whatever kind of
Yeah.
distracting. I played that game when you read most of the like all the shit in his head for the most part, right?
Well, and
there
this
were
might be
little
a
moments here
situation
and
where I
there.
don't really know what I'm like. I don't really truly know what I'm asking for because I might not like it if I got it. I'm just saying,
You played the launch version of Disco Elysium pre voice
Yeah.
acting, Nick, as well.
Yeah.
Or like pre most voice acting.
Right.
It worked. Not everything
it
needs to
definitely
be
did.
like Baldur's Gate. But
It's true. But yeah, this I do wholeheartedly recommend it. I'm gonna keep going with it. I don't even know who in our group bought this. I'm playing somebody else's copy.
I bought it.
Okay, well,
bought
thank you, Crispy. I do recommend it. Okay, guys, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk Slay the Spire 2. Give some maybe kind of closing thoughts on Resident Evil 9 and wrap up with the 4-player minute. So if you're watching us live or listening at home, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
are you familiar with Terry Pratchett's Small Gods? Crispy, of course. I hear it's like semi. Like I'm reading that like Esoteric Ebb is also semi inspired by that.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, this guy really likes good stuff, huh?
What episode is this?
867. 8675309. 8675309.
What are you like? How dare you, Nick?
All right, against my,
like
against my better
Slay
judgment,
the,
I just bought
Slay
Marathon.
the Spire.
Oh, what?
Did Silk Song numbers. What did he just say?
I said against my better judgment, I just bought Marathon.
What? It's
Yeah.
in the
There
Steam
he is.
library.
I know, but
Well, we
Crispy's
can't
playing it
play
all the
together.
time, and now we can play together.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, I mean, you need homies, right?
You
I
need
definitely need
homies.
homies.
Dude,
I gotta pee.
okay, let's get gooped out, man.
Ooped out.
I mean, if we waited a little bit, maybe Nick would have been buying Slay the Spire too. You never know.
Well, now he doesn't have enough money.
You know, Crispy, shame on you, dude. You know,
For
he
what?
can play Marathon for more than a couple of nights. How dare you?
Yeah, but he's got money. He can afford it. He'll be fine.
Oh,
What do
man,
they call
dude.
it? Like what's the without kids? The
Hmm?
okay. No, there's like one of those. It's like WASP or not WASP, but WASP or NEAT, where it's like an abbreviation that describes a kind of person, and there's one where it's like they have no kids, no children. Like
I don't know.
affluent couple, no children.
Oh, it's like a acronym or something.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know. But he's one of those. He doesn't have kids. He'll be fine. He can take a risk on a truly innovative game.
I think that's what they say about like gay couples that have a lot of money or something. Doesn't it come from that?
Yeah. It's like gay. Well, like a gunkle, right? Like a gay uncle. But
Whoa, I don't have one of those. Wait, let me think.
you don't have a gay uncle?
I don't have any gay uncles.
No, I don't either. My family's really conservative.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's gay niece. She's cool.
Dude. I think most of my nephews are neocons. Or my cousins. But I don't know. It's hard to say. And can you really just shove someone in a box like that?
No.
They certainly make more money than I do. So they're class traders.
Fucking Nick. You got this motherfucker to buy Marathon. What the hell?
Well, I was gonna tell
how
him
much Destiny did he end up playing that one?
Oh, you mean like the
weekend?
beta?
No, when he played Destiny 2, when you got him to play Destiny 2.
When did I get him to play Destiny 2?
You already forgot? Like we had like a podcast conversation, like that got him hyped, and then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and he started playing Destiny 2. That was like a year and a half ago.
That was not a year and a half ago,
dude. Yes, it was.
Okay,
Yes, it was.
I accept that that's something that happened, but it wasn't that recently.
It was probably about a year and a half ago.
Was
for
it?
real.
Oh, was it when they added in the new player experience? Oh, when they had like the Cosmodrome shit going on. Yeah, I do remember this. I do remember because it was free. Well, I was gonna tell Nick that since he's such a boomer shooter guy, he should play the original 3 marathons, which are free, and
But those don't play like. No, he can't do that either.
No, he can't do
They're
that.
he can't do that either. They're too old. They're not like Doom, you know.
On the eve of Monster Hunter Stories 3, y'all got him to buy Marathon? Nobody got...
I honestly think that Nick would have really enjoyed Monster Hunter Stories 3. But he
why do you
spent his
say
money on
wo-
Marathon.
Dude, I spent money on Marathon because it was $40. Listen, if Crimson Desert flops, I'll buy Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Well, we'll talk about that next week. So
correct.
If it flops,
as in like if it comes out and reviews terribly or something, I'm not going to spend $60, $70 or whatever on Crimson Desert. I will instead go the Monster Hunter Stories route.
Oh. Interesting.
Got a lot of stuff to juggle, and I've been curious about Marathon for a while. So, anyways, y'all ready?
Yep, I'm recording.
I too am recording.
1 sec. Let's just outputting the file.
Oh, okay.
I am recording now.
Is Crispy here or did he walk away? I can't tell. All I can see is my face.
I think he's gone.
I think he walked away. Son of a bitch. What is happening? How is he not there yet? Things are like fading in. There.
Oh, fucking shit, Nick.
You recording?
See, you still have all your skin on.
What?
For now. For now.
I'm gonna take your skin.
Are we ready? Everybody recording? Oh my god.
I'm recording.
What the fuck is that? Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
drinkable cheeseburger for 2, Nicholas.
That's disgusting.
And
all right.
That's a Marathon thing?
It's made out of people.
Oh my god. All right. Roll call for the second segment starts now. Brad.
Hello.
Crispy.
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, I'm also here.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Yes, I did second segment Slay the Spire 2, and for that I am very, very apologetic, but we're going to get to that in just a second. I just want everybody at home to know that I did just, against my better judgment, purchase Marathon. I will be trying it, and we'll see how that goes. I'm actually kind of excited to play that this weekend. All right.
Oh, Nicholas.
It's happening. It's happening.gif.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Yes. I can do tomorrow night.
Oh, we shall blood you.
All right.
Multiplayer game, Nick.
I know it's a multiplayer game. Believe it or not, I have played a couple multiplayer
There's human
games.
players on the other end of those guns.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm aware.
Sometimes they beg for their lives.
Dude, there was a time in my life where I played an ungodly amount of Call of Duty. multiplayer. So like,
Well, then you're fine. You're good.
it happens. It happens occasionally, and I have
We-
played my fair share of Halo multiplayer as well.
Tap into your dark passenger, Nick.
We were very young back then when we were playing lots of Call of Duty.
Yes, I mean we're talking when like Modern Warfare 2 was the thing.
Yeah, Modern Warfare
was
2,
playing-
2009. That
Yes,
version.
Yes, this podcast was 2 years old, maybe back then. All right. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get to it.
The biggest
Brad,
indie game of the
Crispy.
year, Nick.
Yes,
Uh,
Slay the
probably,
Spire
right?
2. I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
that's
if there's going to
probably
be
fair.
an indie game this year that's any bigger, honestly. Um, anyways,
oh,
So,
you didn't
yeah,
tell me it was
it-
ugly. I'm just kidding.
actually,
I'm
you know,
just
I will
kidding.
say,
I'm kidding.
it is famous for having, I don't know, like very Slay the Spire art. But two, you know, they definitely stepped up like the presentation a little bit. There's a lot more animations.
A lot of
It's-
the like particle effects are really cool.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The first time I saw the defect do like a sweeping beam, I was like, "Holy shit, dude!
Yeah.
We're in the new generation of Slay the Spire." But it's a very good looking, clean game. You know, you could see that like they really, even though this is an early access release, that's important, right? But
Oh, I
you
didn't
could
even
tell
realize
that they waited a long time to make sure that this game shipped as like a very polished product. Like Slay the Spire made a lot of money. It was a very successful game. This one was overnight incredibly successful as well. There's a lot of love for this franchise, and you could tell that they didn't want to put out like a shabby product. And you know, like sure there are like some crazy like balance things going on right now, as any game that's launching in early access would have like this, but like it feels like a very complete game. Like there are more playable characters than there were in Slay the Spire. Like in the version of Slay the Spire 1 that's out right now, there's more in this game than that game. Like there's more playable characters, there's more cards,
That's
there's more
nuts.
acts. Like this game has like alternate acts. Like in Slay the Spire 1, think of it like Hades 1, right? Like Act 1 is always Act 1, Act 2 and Act 3 is always Act 3, and then you do the kind of final boss gauntlet in Act 4. Like the Act 4 equivalent isn't in this game yet, but there is like, you know, multiple variations on acts, and you go through 3 acts in a run and you fight the final boss, and you do climb ascension levels, which that's sort of like the difficulty scaling of Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire 1 eventually made it all the way up to 20 levels of ascension, which again, games like Hades sort of like played on that with their heat system, right? It's like they found like clever ways to make the game a lot harder, and there's 10 ascension levels already in the game. But you know, to rewind, there are it is very much a sequel to Slay the Spire. 3 of the characters from the first game have returned. They're not like the same like they're not exactly the same as they were in the first game. There are like big changes to some of the characters in terms of like their play styles, like some of the balance, like some of the cards from the first game were so broken they didn't like come back, at least not in the traditional way, which we'll get into. It's kind of cool actually. And then there's 2 new characters, and the 2 new characters, they have the Regent and the Necrobinder. You're seeing footage of the Necrobinder right now, and they're both very different classes than the classes from the first game. The Necrobinder summons a like second character, which is not exactly like new for deck builders necessarily, but Slay the Spire has always been like one of your characters versus like the enemy party, right? Now you you have another thing that you're buffing kind of as you go, and it's like it's a neat idea. It kind of serves as like block, honestly, that carries over from turn to turn. If you can keep him alive and like start buffing up his stats, he can become really tanky and help block a lot of hits for you. He also kind of has his own attacks too, which are just different cards, and they'll say his name is Asti, and the card will say Asti attacks. But like the cool thing is things that like weaken you or like debuff you don't necessarily debuff him, right? So like you'll even play cards that say the enemy loses strength and the Necrobinder loses strength, but if Asti's attacking, he don't give a fuck, right? Because he's not affected by that strength loss because he's his own character. And you know, the Necrobinder does this thing called Doom. It's a new status effect called Doom that it's just kind of like a completely new status effect that I'm still trying to figure out, honestly. Where you put a lot of stacks of Doom on an enemy, and if you can bring their health down to below that stack, that number, that Doom number that you've accumulated on them, then they just die. But they die at the end of their turn, which is very unlike any status effect. Because at first people thought, isn't that kind of like poison? You build up poison and then their health ticks down. But it's not like that. Doom does nothing until you hit that threshold, and then you just have to survive that one turn. So it kind of philosophically changes the way you're playing, because now you have to play very defensively, because it's always like, I'm getting really close to the Doom, but to that Doom threshold. But in Slay the Spire, enemies and bosses, they're always kind of scaling up. So they're getting more dangerous. Most enemies are getting more dangerous the longer you stay on a fight, but you're just trying to hit that Doom threshold number and then survive that final turn, and then the fight's over. So it's kind of an awkward status effect to get used to, but I've been kind of learning it. But like the most powerful thing the Necrobinder does is this thing. He summons souls into his deck, which are just these really powerful like cards that you create like deck spam, right? Where you're just like, it's a card that draws to and exhausts, which means it goes away when you use it. But like having like infinite draw in your deck and then synergizing things that like trigger off of like drawing cards, or the amount of cards in your exhaust pile, it's like you play this game very defensively until you build up one of these like payoff cards, and then you just like kill the boss in one hit.
Which has like combos that play off of playing zero cost attacks too, doesn't he?
Spam. It's like card spam. And there were like hard counters. Very specifically, there's a very hard counter in Slay the Spire 1. The God, I played 40 hours of this. I forgot everything about Slay the Spire 1. The Act 3 boss that punishes you for playing cards. Every 10 cards you play, it automatically ends your turn. That would like completely destroy this character. Like it could not survive that boss fight. So I'm wondering if they're ever going to put like a hard counter. Like every Slay the Spire 1 boss was like, especially Act 3 bosses were kind of designed to hard counter one of the characters if you lean too hard into one of these archetypes. So you kind of had to balance around it. And I'm curious, because I've been playing a lot of this game, and I feel like there's been no bosses that are hard countering like a core archetype for a lot of these characters. Which is interesting. Like it's a very different. I don't know if it's like a balance thing, because I've had runs that feel very broken, including the one you're watching. Which, you know, if you don't know Slay the Spire, you probably know what's going on. You might be watching this on a phone anyways.
Cards.
You can't really see what's happening.
I see cards.
But yeah, you see cards. But that's the Necrobinder. It's cool. I finally learned you have to play really defensively, especially because Asti is like a great way to like block damage. But once I did that, I was more successful. The other new character is the Regent, and the Regent is a character with so much personality. He like sits on a throne, and he's very like, you know, in charge, and he like commands people to like do things for him and stuff.
Haughty.
Yeah, it's very haughty. Yeah, absolutely. And his thing isn't like I don't know. Like I'm still getting used to him. I've definitely learned how to kind of like break that character, but he is just sort of like balancing these two different energies. You have the traditional energy, but you also have this star resource, and it's kind of about balancing those two resources. And if you can really get them going, it leads to like really powerful like infinites, and like you can play some amazing cards if you can balance those two currencies. And that's sort of like the main thing about this character, but there are other mechanics, right? Like this character has this thing called a forge mechanic, the Regent, which is what I'm playing now. I do some bad clicks. I'm playing this on my PC, and I'm like, I've been playing on Steam Deck. What am I doing? And I make some bad clicks, and it frustrates me. But this is the Regent, and he can also summon like a very, very big sword, which is so cool. It's the kind of thing that you would never see in Slay the Spire 1. But you'll see the sword, like an enormous sword, kind of like floating around him on his throne, and you use the forge mechanic to make that sword like stronger. And it's basically an archetype that's all about making this sword like so strong that it just kills the enemy or boss in one hit. I'm still trying to like figure out like what the best cards are to like make that build work. I've mostly been doing this like energy and star resource thing like back and forth and just kind of getting really broken doing that. Also, it has this card called Void Form, which seems so overpowered. There's a lot of weird like balance stuff in this game that seems crazy, but I'm
Well, that's
still
the stuff
on
they got to
only
iron
like
out in early access.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. And they did that for the first game. I mean, but granted, I'm only on Ascension level 4, and it's getting harder, but like, you got to understand, like, Ascension level 0 in Slay the Spire 1 versus Ascension level 20 is astronomical. Like you would think that, like, oh, it's a little bit harder. No, it's like 10 times as hard as base level Slay the
Like an
Spire. Like, but
exponential.
by like, if you're trying to kill the heart on Ascension level 20, like you have to be extremely good at the game. And you probably have played for like dozens and dozens of hours, because I mean, on Ascension level 0, which is kind of like this game, right? You go through 3 acts and you beat the Act 1 boss and your Act 3 boss and you're done. On Ascension level 20, like the bosses and elites and stuff are so much harder. The hallway fights are so much harder. And then you get to the Act 3 and you have to fight 2 Act 3 bosses in a row, and then go on to Act 4, which is another insane elite boss, and then the heart, which is crazy, where you damage for just even playing a single card. Playing cards damages you. It gets really hard. Ascension level 10 in this game does have that double boss Act 3 thing from Slay the Spire 1, which is kind of exciting. But so overall, it's been really cool. Like the 2 new characters are cool. It's been like really exciting to learn them, including to see the differences from.
Has all of your
like,
playtime been with playing those 2 archetypes?
No,
or
I've
have
been
you-
playing all 5 characters. I kind of just rotate, right? And it's exciting to revisit the old characters because some of them play really differently. I popped off so hard when I found that the defect had a new orb type, which, you know, if you play Slay the Spire, you know what that means. But I'm like, holy shit, there's a new orb type? I didn't even think that they might do a new orb type. That's crazy. Glass orbs, man. I was popping
The
off.
glass ones are cool.
Yeah, area of effect orb damage, but it ticks down. It's wild.
Yeah.
But there are other elements like there are things that are like different, very different from the first game. Like the big thing is that there are no more boss relic rewards, which some of the most significant upgrades that you could have in a run of Slay the Spire 1 is after you beat an act boss, you get to pick between like one of the boss relics, which are like they have their own status because they're a lot more powerful than regular relics. The main thing is that most of them will give you an extra energy per turn, which is significant in a game where you only have 3 energy. It's like, oh, I get a whole extra energy to do so much more. And there's usually a downside. But like, you know, these, even the ones that didn't give you extra energy, like Snecko Eye or Runic Pyramid, were so fucking powerful that they were run defining, right? Now they've replaced it with this new like system of you kind of get are they like gods or something? Like you get to make a choice at the start of every act. Kind of like the whale.
Yeah.
Like the whale at the start of Act 1, you kind of get that for Act 2 and Act 3 as well. You don't know what god you're gonna get, and some of them have such insane rewards that it's crazy. Like the stuff that starts to remind me of Monster Train. There is one reward in the game, like a boss reward that says add clone to a card, which if you play Monster Train, you know that cloning cards is one of the biggest things. But you put that status, enchant a card with clone, and it says at campfires, you can choose to clone all cards that have the clone option. So when you clone a card and it creates 2 copies of it, when you copy those, you now make 4. When you copy them again, it clones all of those. And it gets, you can have like 50 copies of a card in your deck, which is unheard of in a game like Slay the Spire 1. It's very, very Monster Train. Even more so. Like, it's wild.
I was going to say, I played more of Monster Train 2 than I did of Slay the Spire 1.
Yeah.
And this was making me think more of Monster Train.
Yeah, no,
like
that
shit like
type of event is very Monster Train, which is exciting to see because it's exciting to see like, are they going to be able to maintain the balance? Because I think what makes Slay the Spire like so respected is because it's known for being like a very like refined, like balanced and challenging game, and the dev does a good job of going in there to make sure something isn't like easily broken. Like they've done a lot of like balance patches on cards over the years. Monster Train, it's about like it's the like Binding of Isaac of like Slay the Spire. Like it's all about like getting some crazy overpowered shit and just running with it. So it's cool to see some of that stuff like come into this game. There's like crazy events. One of the boss rewards or like god rewards or whatever, I forget what they call them, is like the cloning thing. There's one that like, or an event that like you could just duplicate your entire deck, which is absurd,
What?
right? There's one where you get an extra energy every turn, but that god plays your first hand for you, which I can't stress enough the importance of like your first round of like your first hand in a Slay the Spire combat. But like having AI control your first round of combat is like a insane trade-off for having an extra energy per turn. But I don't know, like I took it once and it didn't go well, but like you can be like having enough energy to play all the shit you want is like a lot harder to come by in this game because you're not getting those powerful relics anymore. So I'm kind of liking that vibe. Because I feel like every run I'm seeing something like that's completely different and surprising me in ways that I wasn't expecting. Where like a run of Slay the Spire, you see a lot of like different cards and relics, and it can dramatically change the way you play. But I don't feel like oh, this, like I'm not getting something that changes everything instantly after a single event. And here there is some of that. One of the things I love is there's one of the gods is like someone who's bringing shit from the first game. So a lot of the cards that you thought were gone, and they are gone, like you're not going to be able to get them in shops. You're not going to be able to get them in enemy boss rewards and stuff, like from beating elites. But like some of those really powerful cards, like the Wraith form, the old school Wraith form from the Silent, which was the thing that gave you intangible, which was like such an overpowered mechanic, or like there's a bias cognition, which is the defects power that's like dramatically scales up your focus. And once you get that card, you were so powerful. Now they're like boss rewards. You can get them in boss rewards, and they're full art.
Cool.
And let me tell you, it's so exciting to see like a famous card from Slay the Spire 1 be like full art. It's so hype. It's so hype. In
They
a
have
game
full
where
art cards in this game?
yes, they have full art cards, and they're like these cards that are like so
I haven't gotten any
broken.
yet.
Like Corruption is a famous Ironclad card where all skills are 0 cost, but they exhaust when you play them. It's now like a full art boss reward, which is so hype. It's so incredibly hype. And again, I know if you're not a Slay the Spire 1 guy, I'm just talking to a wall, but there are millions of
making
those
the
players,
cards-
Nick and Chris Davis.
I don't
Making
doubt
the
that.
cards look cooler is like a big deal to me.
And
Well,
they
yeah.
do. Like the new art's cool, and there's still some placeholder
Do
stuff
they
in there.
like remember in Monster Train you could get like if you want to run like you could unlock new like borders for the cards and shit like that?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a cool thing.
I
I
was
like that a lot.
so like excited about that idea. Do they do shit like that?
Well, they
here?
don't literally do that here, but I mean, like I said, like
Yeah.
a lot of the cool stuff that I could tell they're gonna keep adding it as it goes along are like these new animations and stuff. Like a lot of the stuff is a huge step up from the first game. If you kind of like hold them up side by side, it's kind of shocking, honestly.
I mean, it's
but there
really
are still some like
exciting.
elites. There's like one elite that doesn't move at all. They just haven't put his animations in yet. That's pretty rare. Like it still feels like a really polished game, but like
Do we
I
know
don't
how
know.
long this is going to be in early access?
About a year and a half to 2 years. I mean, kind of like the first game I think was in early access even longer. This feels very far along, but it tells you like they're going to refine and
So
refine
did
and
Hades
refine,
too,
and there
you
are
know
going to
what I
be
mean?
new
Like-
classes. It's
Yeah,
gonna get
that's
better.
what I want to see is like new classes.
Dude, there
I mean,
is
the
a-
ones they've got are really sick, but the
there's
thing
an
that
enemy
I'm
that steals your cards, which is so cool because they had
Oh,
the
I
thieves
hate
from the
that
first game
guy.
that stole your gold, but like stealing your card at first is like, oh my god, they could just steal my best card and then leave. But like when you kill them and you get your card back, you get to choose like, wait a minute, they didn't steal my best card. Do I want that card back? Maybe I'm not going to pick that up. One of the coolest interactions is I had one of the eggs that upgrades your card, and they stole a card that wasn't upgraded. But when I killed them and I took my card back, I got the upgraded version because I had the egg, and I was like, that's such a
because you got to
tiny
pick it
but
again.
awesome interaction.
That's cool.
It's very
I
good, dude.
I want to talk about co-op and not necessarily.
I haven't
just
tried
like
it,
in a,
but that's very
I
cool.
know, but not necessarily like in a does it work way. Like that, one of the things I was thinking about when I was playing this game is, again, most of what I was thinking about was Monster Train 2, because I don't know if I really talked much about that on the show, but I really got into Monster Train 2 for a minute.
It's extremely
Like,
good, yes.
I played like 60 hours of it. I really, really, really enjoy that game. One of the things they do that I really like is that idea of having like a main character, but then picking like a support character. You know, where like you have your main deck,
Yeah.
like you're
Like a
but you're
like a two
synergizing,
color magic deck.
right? But you're synergizing with cards from another character's
Yeah.
deck. And I was wondering if like that seems like such a slam dunk idea for this game for me. But then I was thinking, is that
that
just
isn't in this
what
game.
is that
Not
just
not
what co-op is, or
No, well, so absolutely. So two things I'll say about that. One is that like there are events where you can like pick cards from another deck. There's a relic, the Prism, which like a famous Slay the Spire 1 relic, where all of a sudden you can get card rewards from all classes and stuff.
But
Which
it's like you
really
get
wasn't a good relic
random.
because you're not synergizing that well. But co-op is inspired by the board game. So like the Slay the Spire devs made a board game that is like really good. Like it's like really good and it's like well respected as a board game. And the big thing about the board game is they balance it around the fact that you can play with other players. So it's a co-op Slay the Spire board game, and it's just like playing Slay the Spire. You got the cards.
Yeah.
Like it's like playing Slay the Spire, but they balance it around and they treat things for co-op. And like one of the things that is so liked about that board game was with how good the co-op was. You could play it by yourself, but the co-op was really great. And I think that's why they brought it into the actual like video game Slay the Spire 2.
I mean, it makes sense.
I hear it's like really cool.
It's like by making a board game, you did the research that you would need.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are co-op exclusive cards. There's cards that will only show up when you're playing co-op that won't show up in single player.
Because I do think, I mean, if this game is going to be in development for another 2 years, I think it would be really cool if they added a new mechanic like that, where it's like, because you were talking about Asti before for the Necro
Binder.
The Necro Binder, right? I was a little like, I don't know what this is all about at first, but then as I played the Necro Binder a little bit, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. Having this second character on the field that like your character is built around buffing up and using as like a proxy is really neat. Wouldn't it be cool if they found like a strong synergy? Like I could take the Defect and the Iron.
You're right. That would be neat.
Like,
but like that, you're right. That's co-op.
But I don't know if that's like just a different game. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, a lot of deck builders do that. They have done that, right? Like where like the fucking remember that Steam World deck builder? It was like that, right? Like it was party based, and you had cards from multiple characters. There was the one that Clay did. What was that game called? Clay did that Slay the Spire inspired deck builder where you had like a party, right? You had two characters, I think, and you were drawing cards from both characters.
Somebody in chat should know.
Well, I don't know. Like that was a long time ago, and apparently everyone forgot about Clay. Like they forgot about.
We're talking about the Steam World game developed.
Well, the Steam World game was one of them, and then Clay did.
Grifflands.
Grifflands, which is good. It was a really good game. But like, in fact, I'd say most deck builders that come out are like having that sort of mechanic or whatever. I'm glad that like Slay the Spire kind of sticks to what it is, but they're finding really smart, clever ways to mix things up and constantly being surprised. I've already played, nearly 50 hours of this game, and I'm not even close to seeing everything the game has to offer. And like the game is like, I'm not even close to reaching the hardest difficulty. And I'm still figuring out these characters, which is exciting. But I mean, I'm not surprised I'm still into it. I mean, up until the release of, I played Slay the Spire 1 basically every day until Slay the Spire 2 came out. In fact, I've been in this weird thing where it's in early access. It's not on my phone. Slay the Spire's not on my phone. So I'm like, it feels weird to play Slay the Spire 1 on my phone. But I like playing Slay the Spire on one on my phone. But so now I won't, though. So I need to find something else. And there are other, like I play Into the Breach and like, Dice.
Into the Breach.
Jesus Christ, man. My brain is like farting so hard. Slice and Dice and Balatro on my phone. But I haven't played this in a while. Should go back to one of
Dude,
those.
this game is pretty sick. And it deserves all the success in the world. Like, it's
It
crazy.
is very
The player numbers
successful.
were insane.
I seriously, this is a Hades 2 like Silk Song situation where like between Eugenics and Slay the Spire, like if you are an indie game that has like this last month and this month, like it's a bad time to release your game. There was a game called
Esoteric Ebb, anybody?
I mean but again, that like you got to understand, Nick, there are like deck builders and shit still coming out, and like that is it's a horror show. Like Dice a Million was a really cool like dice throwing Balatro like that came out a few weeks ago.
Isn't that what we were watching the trailer for a while ago? During trailer talk?
Like a few trailer talks ago.
Where like the dice were like when they touch, they would like
No.
Oh no, that's Rune Dice.
No.
But what I'm saying is
okay.
like Slay the Spire and Balatro and these games were so successful, like Vampire Survivors or something, right? That like so many indie games are this type of game with their own twists, beautiful art styles and shit. But like Slay the Spire is such a titan that like no, like there are literally like every day there's like 500,000 concurrent players and it hasn't gone down. Like it's
and it's like only on
it's
Steam.
hitting that every day. It's
Like,
only on Steam.
And there's 500,000 people playing it. It's
like
crazy.
That's like what Crispy said. There are like people who would be playing Marathon if Slay the Spire 2 wasn't out right now. It's absurd.
It's kind of wild.
It's literally sucking all of the oxygen out of the room for certain.
I played a bunch of Slay the Spire 1, not nearly as much as Brad, but I played like 40 hours of the first game. So like
40 hours.
Okay.
That's still a little different than 1,000, I guess. But but I know.
I did say that, Brad. Oh my god, I said that. But 40 hours is like, okay, I know what the game is. Like I get the idea, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear people who aren't like video game enthusiasts talking about that game. It feels like, this is kind of the niche, like cool hobbyist game that you get to whip out to be like, oh, you like Balatro? Well, hey, you should check this out. Like that kind of thing, right?
How do you like that? That makes sense, right? Because it's not like a main, but
then,
I mean, Balatro's like
nothing,
that too, right?
Well, I don't know. I think
or Vampire Survivors is like that, right? Like there are like it's a big industry with a lot of players, and
I know. All I'm saying is that like it doesn't feel like the kind of game that's gonna touch somebody who I didn't know played video games, and
because they play like shooters and RPGs. And stuff.
No. You're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm talking about people that I didn't know had like game consoles.
Oh, I see.
Are talking about this game.
Yeah.
And like I hadn't even heard much from like anybody who wasn't Brad about this game until like a couple weeks ago.
Which is what I've been trying
and then
to like,
all of a sudden the day before it comes out, I'm like getting messages from people being like, yo, you heard this game? This is kind of sick. Like, or like at work, people are like talking about it. And I'm like, what the
what the fuck is happening?
Going on? Like what? Who
this is what I've been trying to convey to Nick. It's like it's okay to talk shit about the art style, but this is secretly one of the most respected video games of all time. Period.
The real answer is that Brad has been sliding into everybody's DMs he can get his hands on.
No, that's the thing. It's not a me thing.
Slay the Spire.
Like if you like like viewers of any sort of like video game content would be like surprised that I'm the only like big Slay the Spire fan here. I think like if you're listening to a video game podcast, you probably play and enjoy Slay the Spire.
I think Crispy qualifies.
No, he absolutely. And I wasn't trying to like put down 40 hours, but like
just looking out.
But like I'm saying, it's a game that people play. Slay the Spire came out in 2018. It's a game that people never stopped playing, which you can't say that about most roguelikes. I mean, there are roguelikes like that, like Binding of Isaac, but like even Hades is not like that.
Like if you look your coworker who only plays Red Dead Redemption 2, like you have a coworker who doesn't play video games, but they play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Everyone has that coworker, yes. Yeah.
You also have a coworker who only plays Slay the Spire
Yeah,
and probably don't
yeah.
know it because they don't know to talk about it.
Yeah.
I have a
Like,
coworker
it's
who I'm pretty
weird.
sure the only video game they can name off the top of their head is Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, but then they also play like Balatro. And you're like, oh well, yeah. I mean, it's on my phone. That's not a video.
Now
game.
I'm gonna grill them tomorrow. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
tell me your secret. Which
there
one
are these weird indie games that like do that sometimes.
that break
But, like,
through?
To put things
Yeah.
into perspective, like Hades 2 reached about
Yes.
100,000 concurrent players. Hades 1 was like around 50,000. Like 500,000 concurrent players is in the top 20 of all games ever released on Steam's concurrent players.
It's like
fucking
CS:GO
dec-
numbers.
like the
and that
rest are
game's a
like
casino.
yeah, Counter Strike and like it is literally the only indie game on there that has been that successful is Silksong.
Like games that have financial components that like people in third world countries use to like scam people. Like those free to play games where like people are throwing around a lot of money. Those are the kind of games that get like 500,000 players.
Like Monopoly or whatever.
Yeah. Or Counter Strike. But like
And then there's Slay the Spire 2.
Yeah, and then like Slay the Spire is just kind of like a fun little card game you play by yourself. Like and now
Or
with
it's
a
like one of
friend.
these more recent
Like-
titans like Black Myth Wukong or Pal World or something, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Dota 2, Elden Ring is up there. What the fuck is Banana? There's a game called Banana that had 900,000 peak concurrence. There's 30,000 people
like-
playing Banana right now.
It's
What the fuck
just
is
called
Banana?
Banana.
I
Like
think
like the fruit singular. Banana.
I think it's actually like a clicker thing that is going on in the
Oh.
background as you're doing other things.
What the fuck?
I want to say that's what it was. I know I saw Orca playing that the other day.
That's. Oh shit!
Weird.
Calling out Orca, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, here you
Dota
go.
2,
Banana.
Lost Ark.
A clicker game.
Monster
in
Hunter
which you
Wilds
click
is
on a
up
banana.
there.
Bongo.
But yeah, PUBG Battlegrounds. I mean, it's to see Slay the Spire 2 on the list is fucking wild.
Banana.
Not to mention an early
Like
access.
literally, Call of Duty has never reached that peak that Slay the Spire 2 had. Like literally, just Call of Duty, like the one that people like their battle
Dude.
royale game.
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy is number 12. That's
But see, that
one
was
above
a
Baldur's
phenomenon.
Gate 3.
That was
That's
a phenomenon.
crazy.
That's
Like
bananas.
yeah, I don't know. It's wild.
Schedule 1 was that where people
Schedule
really
one.
That,
on
that that's
for
a
while?
friend slop flavor of the month thing, right?
Yeah,
That
that
is
was like-
that may or may not be appearing on somebody's top 10 video this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Sick, dude.
Chris Davis.
Anything else you want to throw in there about Slay the Spire 2? Or
No,
should
it's
we
a
go?
goat.
Rise.
That's a
And then
go.
Dark
It's not,
Knight
but it's not a game I'll need to ever talk about on the podcast until like a new character comes out or something. So you don't
Which
have to
will
worry about that.
It's
But just
gonna
know that I'll be
happen.
playing it constantly forever.
Look, it's goaded with the sauce. It sucks, but it's goaded. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I can't argue against it.
Nor would
It
we
just
ever ask you
is.
to.
Resident
Okay.
Evil, extraordinarily, Resident Evil 9 had like a huge launch on Steam. Like the concurrent for Requiem was like 3 times how high of a Resident Evil game was, which was a
Sorry,
short.
wait. So you broke up a little bit there. What'd you say? It was 3 times what?
Resident Evil Requiem has a peak concurrent of 344,000 concurrents, which is astronomically high for a Resident Evil game. It's like 2 to 3 times higher than Resident Evil 4 remake or Village or like the
I'm
last.
genuinely now that I have played and finished Requiem, which is a fantastic fucking video game.
Which let's switch to and talk about right now.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But like having now finished the game and hearing you talk about those numbers and stuff, I'm still I'm still shocked that like, what is it about this game
Wildly successful. Yeah.
that's making it appeal to people because like there's so much of this game that has that DNA that I associate with like
It's a new
Resident Evil
Leon Kennedy game.
but like so was Resident Evil 6 and
It's
Or
the
Resident Evil 4
direct
remake.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a direct
Resident
follow-up to
Evil 6
Resident Evil
was like
4
10
Remake,
years
so
ago.
people are expecting that out of this, and they kind of get
But like,
But I mean,
This
it's
is-
doing better than Resident Evil 4
This is
Remake.
the new. Hang on, but isn't this like the new Resident Evil in the like post remake world?
yeah.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
Village was Resident Evil 8. I mean,
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Like,
did that
Resident
one do
Evil-
compared to this? I keep.
I mean,
like not
compared
as
to
good.
this, not as good.
Not as good.
Okay,
But like,
now I'm on board. What did this game do?
I still can't figure it out. I think maybe there's just more people playing games on PC
Are people
these
just-
days.
Getting weird or something?
But like
I
even the
mean,
console
we can
versions,
hope.
people weren't able to like find copies of it. Like it's very
yeah, dude, I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast itself, but trying to track down a copy of this game on launch weekend I couldn't do it. It was impossible. I had to wait because I pre-ordered it, and Best Buy was like, "Oh, it changed my delivery date from launch day to like Sunday," and I was like, "I was planning on playing it all weekend." It said expected before 10 p.m. on Sunday, and I was like, "That literally means it could be delivered
Okay, but is
as my
that, like-
weekend is ending."
Is that a demand thing or is that like a?
Well, my immediate reaction was,
Like
well, I'm just
a
going to go out and find a copy at a
supply.
store, and I'll return the copy to Best Buy when it arrives at my house. I drove all over the place. I called all over the place. I looked on all the did the inventory searches all over the place. Nowhere to be found. There was like, you go to any retailer and type in Resident Evil Requiem and just search by zip code, like, and set it to like the max like radius, like 50 miles or whatever. Nothing.
Yeah, but that could have been.
And I was like,
right?
I mean, I don't think they were prepared for this level of
I have
success.
normie
Enthusiasm.
gamers at work, coworkers who are asking me why I haven't finished yet.
Enthusiasm.
Which is a theme this week, apparently, is the normie players harping on you
Dude,
about
who are these
things
fucking?
you don't
people?
expect.
They're playing
are these
Slay the
nerds?
Spire and Resident Evil, apparently.
But
Which is-
anyways,
Oh, and
I'm happy
Pokemon.
about
A lot of coworkers talking about Pokemon.
I want to give
Pokemon,
Chris Davis a chance.
Pokopia too, yeah.
I want to give Chris Davis a chance to talk because he's on his
Oh, yeah.
third playthrough of Resident Evil Requiem.
But he does this with every Resident Evil. He's a
he
one
is
of them weirdos.
he is a bit of a crazy person.
Well, no,
I'm kind of surprised you're doing this with this game, but
Well, no, it's
do you
ever
mean?
since
He
the
does this
Resident
with all
Evil
of
2
them.
remake. What Capcom has been doing is they encourage replay value by having that unlock
Okay.
system where you spend points to buy
Disrespect,
stuff.
dude. They've been doing that since the beginning of time. What are you talking about?
I mean, they've always had unlocks,
series
but
has
not
always
like
done
this. Not like since they done RE2 remake. So that's what I've done with every one of these Resident Evil games that has come out since 2 remake was play it 4 or 5 times to fully max out playing through it. And this, I mean, I did RE4 remake in like 4 or 5 tries. And I'm going to do like 5 tries on this because I'm going to devote an entire run just to doing that final puzzle fucking hidden bullshit.
I know what you're talking about. I didn't do that. Well, I mean, I don't think you can do it in one run. Right?
You can do it in one run. You just have to maintain a save file. Because it is kind of an auto-save background situation thing.
All right. So when you talked about this last week, you had not finished it?
I had not
Nobody had
finished
finished
it.
it last
I
week.
had just gotten to Raccoon City at that point, so I really hadn't had time to really play around with Leon.
So you
in
like
fact,
this shit or what?
I mean, I think it's fucking great.
People have spoken.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
I still can't get over how dumb the blood bucket thing is, but
Oh yeah, like the whole idea of how you're gonna make handgun bullets out of scrap and blood. Like, okay, sure, whatever. You needed a mechanic.
not even
you couldn't figure out what to do, so you came up with that and just threw logic out the window. I understand.
there's not even a attempt to try to like
no
explain what that means, but whatever. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the game is fun as hell to play and varied as hell. And I don't know. You're on your third playthrough, so you must be fucking
So
enjoying it.
I guess the thing we had not gotten to was like we had not I mean y'all have since finished the game, right?
Yes.
So like we were kind of like starting out on the Leon stuff, I guess, where we were last time,
at
right?
this, we talked a lot more about Grace than we did about Leon last.
So now that you've seen all of the Leon stuff without spoiling anything, does it live up to? I remember I was a little disappointed that it wasn't like.
I think you're
I
gonna
don't
be a
think
little
as good
disappointed.
as like the best like of like Resident Evil 4 or even 5 or
It never. I would say it never gets as like, because there are times when like I think about like the island in Resident Evil 4,
Mhm.
right, where it's like you're just being just waves of dudes like zombies carrying miniguns and shit, and it's just like shit's exploding, helicopters
all
are
right, it's not
crashing, missiles are
waves of dudes.
firing.
It's not waves.
I mean, there are lots of dudes.
It
I mean,
feels like a lot of dudes,
e-
man.
once you make the switch
In
to
4?
Leon,
The dudes.
I was expecting Leon, like, I was expecting just make the switch to Leon, and then all hell was going to break loose, and it was going to be just chaos, like more like an action movie than anything. And I really don't think that's the case. It still manages to kind of maintain the similar pacing to Grace's while you're playing as Leon. Like enemies are not. It's not like it's not like a huge uptick in enemy counts. It's not
No.
like the atmosphere is completely different. It's I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, it's just the way he controls, the way the camera works is different, obviously, and it's like the way he moves and interact and like engages in combat is obviously different. But it never gets as like kooky as like Resident Evil 4 did.
But like
Uh
what kooky?
I don't know if that's I don't know.
Aren't there zombies with guns?
Yes.
There's a few, yeah. But
Yeah.
they're not like it's more like the people who became the zombies died while carrying a gun, so it's just like stuck in their hand, and it's just like they're not like aiming it. They're just
Yeah,
like
kinda just
firing
woof.
in random directions because they have no
Yeah.
control over their limbs anymore.
And yet it's
So
one of the most deadly things in the entire fucking game.
Yeah, it can fuck you.
Yeah, it will fucking destroy you.
But like, and there are a few moments where it's like these big set pieces, right? That are like when you think about like the animated Resident Evil movies, right, where like people are doing like crazy, stupid martial arts backflips and like catching guns and
There is some RE6
that-
level bullshit nonsense that is done in this, but it's done so much better.
I do agree, because there is a lot of like what I would compare to like the boulder punching shit in 5, but somehow I don't find it nearly as offensive here. I don't know
No.
what it is.
That's
Well,
because
for
5 is
one, there's
actually a
no
really
fucking
great game.
QTEs. There's barely any QTEs
there's
in the game.
There's no QTEs really, and
The
I think
QTEs
the
were
pacing,
fucking awesome. I will not tolerate Resident Evil 4 and 5 disrespect, and I lump 5 in with 4. Fuck
I
you,
love
you-
4 and 5, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, the QTEs were fucking hype. How dare y'all?
I'm
Boulder Punch. No.
Whatever, dude. You were fucking. It was memorable as shit. I can't remember Dick from Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, because Resident Evil 6 is terrible. Like,
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, like my biggest fear was that Resident Evil Requiem was going to feel kind of like it didn't know what it wanted to be, and when you started playing as Leon, it just wasn't going to live up, and it was going to end up feeling more like Resident Evil 6 than Resident Evil 4 and 5. And somehow they've married these two distinct styles of Resident Evil beautifully, and I'm just kind of in awe of it. Like the set pieces are great, the pacing is great all the way through it. The controls are great. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else, how much more there is to say about it at this point, but I do recommend you finish it, Brad.
Do I get all of my money? Well, of course. Do I get all of my money back if I sell that fucking silenced pistol I upgraded?
All your money? No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Did you fully upgrade it?
Can I get a confirmation? No, I didn't fully
could be-
upgrade it.
I don't
just
think
wanna
you get
know,
back-
Like, I don't want to use it, and I want to get my fucking money back.
So from what I've been
look-
reading is that the silenced pistol, when you fully upgrade it, like it is the most powerful handgun in the game.
I don't care. It sounds like shit, and I don't like the sight.
I did fully upgrade
use
it, and
the
that is
sight.
that is the pistol that I used for the majority of the game, and I only used it for the majority of the game because I'm pretty sure I tried to go sell it and was like, "That's not nearly what I paid for this," so I'm just gonna keep it.
Damn.
Yeah,
I don't like the way it sounds.
I mean, yeah.
But the
don't
rest
know.
of the weapons sound fucking excellent.
Yeah.
I will say this: I was kind of surprised though at kind of the, like the, I don't want to say lack, but like there's definitely fewer weapons
Yeah.
in this game, and there's not
Yeah.
nearly as many.
They had to
there's
make
not-
concessions, cuts, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like there's just things that you know, like classic Resident Evil, I always associate with like you get a grenade launcher and you have the acid rounds and the flame rounds and all this stuff, and like you don't even get those. Like, in fact, there are really no, aside from like grenades, there aren't really explosive weapons in this game. They're all firearms.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which, you know, I didn't, at the end of the day, I
okay.
don't think it really was, you know, it didn't hurt the experience in any way.
I mean,
It's just
compared to
something I
Resident Evil
noticed.
4 Remake, like in 4, like they felt more aggressive, more coming at you in much bigger numbers. In this,
Didn't you
like,
even get a grenade launcher in 7? Or am I misremembering?
yes, you did.
Yeah, you were literally in some dude's house in Louisiana swamplands, and you somehow got your hands on a grenade launcher.
Oh, you think
Yet
there
in
are
this game-
grenade launchers in the Louisiana swamplands?
I mean, the setting, the backdrop setting of this game, you would really think there's probably going to be it's way more likely you'll come across a weapon of that kind, and it doesn't happen. But man, that fucking Requiem hand cannon they give you from the very beginning is super satisfying.
Spicy?
Yeah, it's
Super
fucking
satisfying.
great. It's, I mean, just not just the power, but again, the sound design. It
Yeah.
sounds so strong. Yeah, I'm just having fun going through and unlocking new content and trying out new things. I'm trying out a route now because there's a logic toward in the care home, the first major area of the game with Grace, to where you eventually run into one of the big bads. And I'm trying something to where you may not actually have to run into him, and seeing if like there's a cinematic change or if it does something different because
Oh, so
I'll
this is
have
an
Emily.
experiment you have not yet concluded yet, so you don't know the answer?
Yeah. I'm actually, I will find out like in the next hour when I play it.
I'm curious to find
Yeah.
out what comes of that. Because it definitely, you know, this is a game with a lot of, I don't want to say backtracking, but there, you know, it's like Resident Evil in that you're making mental notes of like where things are and then doubling back and
Yeah.
piecing together in your mind, and it has all that stuff. But at the same time, it also does feel, it does feel kind of maybe a little more narrow than, at least, especially in Leon's half of the game. I feel like it's a bit more narrowed than, or at least more narrowed than I ever felt like it was. If it was linear in any way in like Resident Evil 4 and 5, I feel like they did a better job of kind of like disguising it. But again, neither here nor there.
To your earlier question, Brad, about the intensity of Leon encounters happening later in the game, there are two specific sequences I can think of that are like really intense for a Leon encounter.
In a good way. In a
but
good
yeah.
way or a bad way?
In a good way. It is.
I don't think there's any sequence in this game that I would consider bad. I think they're all
No. Like there's the only
pretty
sequence I don't like in this game is like after you get to Raccoon City and you go to that like centrifuge area and you got to fight the bloated fat zombie in the thin corridors.
Yeah, that was obnoxious.
But that was like the most obnoxious part of this game, in my opinion. The rest of it has there's enough variety going on. There's actually a really good late game stealth sequence with Grace that is tough, and you gotta think your way through it, but it's actually quite good.
Yeah, I recommend it, man. I just hope, you know, I'm really glad to see that it did so well. Not that I was ever really worried about the Resident Evil as a franchise. It's one of the longest. It's like it's one of the most well-known franchises out there. But like, it is cool, you know, because 7 was divisive, even though I adored that game, and Village was just different. And
it was good. I love Village. I feel like Village is like
I think Village
the
is
Resident Evil
great.
5 of the modern era, and it doesn't get enough respect.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it is. And I love seeing them take those bold swings. Because believe it or not, Brad, I do love 5 and I do love 8 for those reasons.
Straight.
Exactly.
5 is probably my
even
most played Resident Evil game. Yeah, I know.
Even if I bitch and moan every once in a while about very minor aspects of those games.
And also, like, they just announced DLC, and
story
two
DLC.
pieces of DLC.
Yeah.
An actual story expansion, which probably is going to involve Chris Redfield, and then a mini game that they're adding, which I'm like,
yeah, which
why?
maybe there wasn't nearly enough. I mean, I'm thinking because like I don't feel like there was enough of those kind of like, I'll go ahead and use the word kooky again here, kooky elements from like Resident Evil 4, like the shooting range kind of thing. You know, like there wasn't as much of that stuff, and I think people do really miss
That's
those things.
the sauce though in Resident Evil 4. Like
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 was like famous for that shit.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, Resident Evil Requiem. I don't know if y'all have read, guys. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking good. All right, let's do it. Let's wrap up the show with the 4-player minute. Are y'all
Somebody
ready?
else go first.
God damn it, Chris Davis.
Okay, I can actually go
sorry,
first.
Crispy.
Sorry, let me write down the time index here. So 52:40. Okay, so I'm going to split it in half because there was something that happened 2 weeks ago that I forgot to mention on my 4-player minute last week, and then there was something that happened like
again.
There was something that happened like 10 minutes before the podcast ended last week that I didn't learn until after, which I was like, son of a bitch, why'd I miss this? First thing, to everyone's chagrin here, The Division. They announced a bunch of new things. They released the realism mode for the Warlords of New York expansion. So it's a lot tougher, a lot harder on ammo and stuff like that. Haven't played it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But the more important thing is they announced the next piece of paid downloadable content for the game. And it is something I have wanted since this entire franchise began. It's a DLC focused entirely on New York Central Park. They have been teasing that since like the first reveal of the game. It was like the deepest part of the dark zone where they were burying all the bodies. Like,
wait a second,
millions of dead.
Is this DLC for the original Division?
No, it's for the Division 2.
Oh, because I thought Division 2 took place at a different area.
Division 2 takes place in Washington, D.C. The expansion for it went back to New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this new one is this new content is going to hit Central Park. It's probably coming this fall. I'm super excited about it. They also updated about the Survivors mode, which sounds like an even more invested version of survival from Division 1, which was my most played thing in that entire game. The idea of being stuck in a blizzard, having a time limit because you got an infection in you, you're gonna die. I'm so fucking excited for that. But the other half is news about one of our favorite video game directors. We found out what he's been working on and what his next project is. Yoko Taro.
Oh, yeah.
Yoko Taro of Near Fame is writing the scenario and helping direct a brand new Evangelion anime series.
Yeah.
And that is that is not only nuts, it is perfect. That is the perfect guy to get after Hideki Anno has left the franchise. I am so excited for this. This sounds so
people
fun.
just want a new Nier game though, you know.
I mean, everyone's there's going to be Nier influence in there for sure. But like,
I mean,
I booted up Overwatch last night. They're doing a Nier Automata collab that I'd never heard about.
Weird. Everyone just has to do a collab these days.
Weird.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's my 4.
Don't worry, Nier 3 will happen.
But
Thank you,
I bet
Chris
Yoko Taro
Davis.
loves Overwatch porn, so
I mean,
makes
who
sense.
doesn't? Brad, are you ready?
Yeah. My 4-player minute is about how Monster Hunter Stories 3 comes out. I think it's out now. Comes out tonight.
Also reviewing well.
Huh? It's
Also
doing well?
reviewing very well.
Oh yeah. Look, it's a good series. If you even have like like Nick, you've played through like the story mode of 2 different Monster Hunter games, which is not like how some people play Monster Hunter, and that's fine.
Some people.
But you've definitely like seen enough monsters and experienced enough
Yeah.
of that world where like
I have my eye on
you probably
this.
get a kick out of like the stories games.
You get what's
honestly.
going.
Yeah.
I definitely
like,
have my eye on this.
Like it is certainly like a well produced, like, you know, the presentation in these games is top notch. Like just popping off on like the kinship animations alone. So hype. But I'm in a weird place right now because like any other time I'd be like, oh, well, no question, I'm going to be playing this. And I have still been booting up Wilds here and there, but like
He's a
between
fair weather fan.
Well, I mean, look, I
Don't take the
certainly
bait.
prefer regular, real Monster Hunter to Monster Hunter Stories, even though Stories is great. But I'm playing a lot of Slay the Spire 2, and like I want to be clear, I also played like 50 hours of Mugenics, which is like not even halfway through that experience. And you know, like there's other shit, dude, like Resident Evil and stuff, and like I'm kind of excited about Pokemon Pokopia, which Gamefly never sent me, and I think we're just gonna buy. Gamefly instead sent me Stories 3, and I was gonna buy Stories 3, so I'm just gonna like swap those around and like pay for Pokopia. And like I don't know, things aren't really slowing down. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to like put Monster Hunter Stories 3 on hold for a little bit. I don't know if I was expecting that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to chill on Slay the Spire, because the thing about Slay the Spire is it's not going anywhere. It's only going to get better. They're only going to refine and add more, and like it's again. I know I'm going to play until forever, right? So maybe I should chill a little bit.
Maybe you should chill a little bit.
It's all I
Be
want to
cool.
play right now, though. But I mean, like I think people, at least, you know, there are at least tens of people who might want to hear my take on Stories 3.
Dozens.
Are you gonna play it, Crispy? What a bitch.
What?
His answer's no.
I am.
His answer's no.
You didn't even give him a chance to respond. You just
I saw the look in his eyes. I've known him long enough.
No, I want to. I might. I don't like.
When's your next paycheck? Come on, man.
Got it today.
Wow.
Oh yeah. But also, can I do my 4-player minute?
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
go for
Okay, fucking Crimson Desert just put out a
But like
final
that's
launch
not
trailer.
good,
Shut the fuck
though.
up.
It's gonna be
Crimson Desert put
bad.
out a final launch trailer, and it had a jetpack in it.
Like a
I literally-
Rocketeer style jetpack.
It had a fucking Rocketeer style.
Not like
jetpack.
a hover
Literally-
little bitchy one,
You
like
were
a
fucking flying
Rocketeer.
around on that jetpack.
I'm pretty sure last week, either on the podcast or during trailer talk, I said this game probably has a jetpack in it, and I was saying that
It does. It officially does, Nicholas.
It
has a
officially does.
jetpack.
God, that game. I hope that game is good, because everybody. I feel like everybody is just like
You
sweating,
shut
like
your-
looking.
shut up, Nick. You shut up.
Everybody's just watching this game, sweating bullets because they want it to be good.
What was the last game like that? I feel like there was something else that was kind of like that.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Or maybe Dragon's Dogma 1.
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma 2, like Dragon's Dogma already had a bunch of fans, right? We knew it was gonna at least be more Dragon's Dogma, and we were okay with that. Like, this is not the situation. This is from
I mean,
a
I do
developer
kinda
that no
feel-
one trusted.
This is
I do
like,
feel
I
kinda
don't
like-
know if you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, I do feel like it's kind of similar to when we were watching demonstrations of like Tears of the Kingdom, and like everybody was like,
Yeah.
"Come on,
It's kind of giving that
what
a
is
little bit.
this?"
Or like when we were watching Breath of the Wild for the first time.
No,
and,
no,
like,
Tears of the Kingdom's the opposite, because Tears of the Kingdom was like, oh yeah, by the way, this is here. Here's the game, and then you start playing, and you're like, what the fuck? Because none of the stuff that was cool was really like going on in the marketing. Like,
I guess
until
that's true.
A week
They-
before the
they-
game came out.
they
They
dabbled.
didn't
They
do
teased
any
us.
marketing about the underground, like.
That's true.
Yeah,
I forgot
but
about
that was
that.
like
yeah.
brilliant.
And then you like fall in this giant hole, and you're like, "Oh, there's another map."
Yeah.
What? Like,
Yeah, Crimson Desert's certainly like showing everything, right?
yeah.
This time
Mhm.
next week we'll know whether it's real or not.
Look, maybe Crimson Desert will suck, and then I'll play Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're all at right now. Like we're all just like holding our breath, waiting to
but,
find
like,
out if
I'll
we're
put
playing
Monster
Crimson
Hunter.
Desert
Look,
or
look.
Monster Hunter.
I'm definitely gonna put it on my list of games that I wish to play this year.
All right,
Whatever, dude.
fair enough. Anything else you want to throw in there for your 4-player minute, Crispy?
It's a jetpack, man.
Enough
Jetpacks
said.
are
Come
cool.
on.
All right.
Jetpack, and there's mechs.
And
So
mechs.
since Crispy covered Crimson Desert, which is great, I did want to mention that kind of offhandedly. But next week I will be talking about Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake. I got my copy in today, and I'm looking forward to playing this a little bit. I love this series, even though it's one of the first games I can remember that scared me shitless. And obviously, we have a history with the franchise dating back to 2008. And but I also feel like it's been a very long time since I've played. It's at least been a very long time since I've played like one of the first 3 games, which I still kind of feel like are the best in the series. And this has always been my favorite, and I'm hearing pretty good things about the remake. And it's definitely more than just a remaster. Now they've shown a lot more of the game now. It is a full blown fucking remake. So I'm very much looking forward to getting into that. So tune in next week. I'll talk a little bit about Fatal Frame 2 remake.
And
Yeah.
I will play some Monster Hunter stories for next week at the very least. So.
Dude, I also want to just say April is gonna be fucking wild. Like
What's in April?
replaced, and fucking, oh my god, the mouse PI. I'm super fucking excited for both.
Yeah,
of those
but
games.
those are still like question marks, right? Those aren't
They
really
are
sure
question
things.
marks. They are question marks, but I'm very excited. I did mention it during trailer talk. I did play a demo for Replaced, and I played enough of the demo. I actually turned it off halfway through. I played it for like 30 minutes, and then I like turned it off because I was like, I'm sold. I know I want to play this. I don't need to see any more of this game before it comes out, because I'm sure it's not like that long anyways. So I put it down, and I'm looking forward to playing the full game next month. April's gonna be wild. And not to mention, if Crimson Desert is in fact real, we'll all still be playing it in April.
That is. I wish I knew. I wish I knew because I'm game flying, and I'm like, do I? Should
We'll
I?
know.
Oh
We'll know
my
soon.
God.
Sooner
Somebody
rather
gonna
than
get it
later.
on Steam? I can't run that game on my
I
computer.
mean,
what am I thinking?
I'm probably going to get it on Steam if I
I
get
can't
it.
run that. There's no way. Surely.
I mean, they did release specs this week, and they didn't look terrible. But also, that seems
I don't believe
crazy to me. I'm gonna wait because like if they say it runs well on PlayStation, but like, what are the odds? What are the odds that's the case? It's such a huge question mark. We'll figure it out next week, guys. Anyways, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we record these episodes live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/4player podcast. If you are not in our Discord, we'd love to have you. You can find us at discord.gg/4player. And of course, I want to point everybody to our new website at 4playernetwork.com. We'll be posting our Game of the Year videos for 2025 next week, and you'll be able to find them all there, along with our 2025 year in review. Also, I've added a feature on that website now, so if you're ever curious as to what our current recording schedule is, you can see the date of the next episode on the front page of the site. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, anyways, until next week, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.
Boo.
I hope
What are
Crimson
you-
Desert isn't awesome.
I hope it is. Shut up.
You hope it isn't awesome?
I want to be clear.
Oh,
I want to be clear. I hope it's like a 9 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10. I don't
No
want
in
like
between.
it to be like a 71.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like I can't afford.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh.
I can't afford, and I can't afford to play or obtain a 71 right now.
You can only afford to pay $70 for a game that is a 9, is what you're saying.
I mean, like I'm saying, like it needs to live up to the fucking trailers for me to actually buy this game.
Yeah, no. I think that's what we're all
What I'm feeling
patiently
here
waiting
is
to find out.
we don't have enough subs these days, and we had to cut back on my GameFly slots a little. So
We did do that.
y'all need to step it up because Brad ain't playing no Crimson Desert anymore. And my PC can't play their Steam copies, so no, it's fine. It's fine. That's fine. It's fine. I gotta finish Resident Evil so I can send it back, honestly, and then I'll get a new game. I'll be all right. Anyways, good show.
Y'all crazy.
Y'all crazy. All right. Crispy, I'll let you know about Marathon. I'm gonna install it. I'm going somewhere right after work. We'll be home at like 7 or something.
Man, fucking HMU.
Cool. All right, guys. I'm going to bed.
All right. I'll see you later.